Hey! Hello, viewer. It is Saturday, November the 26th, 2022. I am Mr. Brown, or John Brown, and I trust you are all very, very well today. John Brown is my father, by the way. On this evening's stream, we are discussing the viewer's choice, the movie from 2014. Can you? 8 years ago. Wow. John Wick, starring the mighty Keanu. I can never say that. Keanu Reeves, and more importantly, his dog. So, as I always say, folks, lots to get through. Shall we get the guests out? Of course we should. First up, watch out, War and Peace. He's writing a Star Wars novel, don't you know? It is the mighty Swap Shop. Hello there.
Oh, hello, Mr. Brown. Very kind of you to call me mighty.
You are, my friend. Are you well?
I'm all right. I can't complain too much, to be honest with you.
Come on.
Just been doing a bit of doodling on my graphics tablet, but
Good lad.
having a nice, relaxing Saturday. So I'm looking forward to chatting about this movie that I've only ever seen once in my life.
You are a illustrator. Are you
I
not?
can do a bit of illustration, indeed. Yes.
You are available for commissions, I do believe.
Oh, if anyone's listening that does need a doodle doing, then I'll doodle
A doodle do.
whatever they want it doing. Yeah. So get in touch.
So everything good in Swappy's land?
I can't complain at the moment. Thank you very much. How about you?
I could complain, but not.
We could always complain about something. There's always something.
Yes. I'll tell you what, though. You know what my next question is, don't you?
Yes, and for the 85th time, Brown, they're brown, not black. Thank you.
Okay. New to the channel. I think I need to speak to him for an introduction, but I'll make do. New to the channel, he's a writer, director, actor. He does the lot. It is Outcast Creative.
Hello, I'm one of the Outcast Creative. I'm not the only one of us. And there's
Oh, is it a hello, Lance? Is it a collective?
yeah, it's a basically the Outcast Creative started as an acting workshop in North London, resurrected when our dear friend Graham Fletcher Cook, who is the brother of Dexter Fletcher, who directed Rocket Man.
Oh wow!
We all used to go to drama school together, and Graham ran a drama class, and he passed away of cancer in the summer of 2019, and the Outcast was created in his memory, and we decided to resurrect his acting class and carry it on in his tradition.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
Dickon, who's in the photograph on the right with the white shirt, me and him are the co-founders of it. There's also a class in Birmingham, and then when we went into lockdown, we started reading scripts all over the world. So we ended up with members just literally all over the world.
Oh, fantastic!
In Australia and America and China, and just actors that wanted to read scripts. And then we started doing live performances on the channel. And there's three of us that run the channel, but I'm the one that does most of the dog's body work.
Yes, I know I've seen you do it. You do most of it. Yes.
Yeah. So there's occasionally somebody else on, but it's 70% of the time it's probably me.
Oh, fantastic!
So that's who we are. And we've just done a play in London and Birmingham, like for real, like on the stage, as opposed to in COVID. You know.
Oh, it's about the post office
scandal.
Scandal,
yeah,
yes.
Horizon post office scandal, and that photograph is actually me and Dickon with some of the postmasters that we called down onto the stage on the last night. They all came to see it and gave it their firm approval. It was very emotional.
Fantastic.
So yeah, that was a great experience. We've just done that, and we're hoping to take it on tour next year. And as your good friend Ian will know, that's all about the funding and trying to find money.
It is
those joyous tasks. And I've also got a screenplay coming out on Amazon for a movie that I tried to get made for 3 years about the Pegasus Bridge in Normandy when the gliders went in to capture the bridge.
wow.
You might have seen that in The Longest Day. So that's the film I've been trying to make for most of my life. I'm going to release the screenplay because I just did so much work on it. I just want to get it out there now. So
Can you
that's
not do
coming out.
a GoFundMe like the drinker did?
No, we did do a crowdfunder for a different World War II movie, and we only got 11 grand because I didn't have any kind of following like Will's got.
Abuse the power, mate.
I mean, yeah, it's that's phenomenal. That I said to him when I met him in person, I said you should go into film production. I said that to him because you'll be able to get the money, and I wasn't wrong. And I really
you weren't indeed. $250,000 at the moment. So
Yeah.
I will say welcome to the channel, my friend. I will
Thank
put
you so much.
because obviously this was last moment. I will throw a link to your channel in the description. So welcome, my friend.
Appreciate it.
Shall we get the next guest out?
Let's do that.
Okay, and last but by no means least, he is the wise elder of the channel. You know the rest. It is the great mega geek himself, Ian David Diaz. Hello, Ian.
Hello. How's everybody doing today?
Yeah, not bad. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just been editing all day.
Have you been filming this week?
Yeah. I started season 2 of Rebecca Gold, so
How's that going?
it went well actually. It went quite well considering. We just I've got a different DOP working with me this time round, and he knows his onions. And yeah, we had some really nice shots. I'm going to carry on next year, February.
1080 or 4K? Is that the question?
We're shooting at 4K with 4K. So yeah.
And everybody's wanting to shoot 8K on everything now.
It's pointless, really, shooting at 8K. I'm thinking of going 4K and then sort of like, having my timeline on 1080, and then I can, screw around with
hard
the 4K.
drive,
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know, and that's coming as well. So yeah, so it's just, I don't know.
All's good, yes.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Just keeping my head above water and all that. You know what it's like as a low-budget filmmaker. Yeah.
Okay, so the people are slowly starting to appear. So shall we get on with it?
We shall indeed.
Let's talk all things John Wick and his dog.
Shall we say hello, chats? Hello, chats. We can see you. Franco, I think you need to watch it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so I'll do a little bit of blurb and then we'll just get into it. Okay, so John Wick, directed by Chad Stahelski, stuntman of The Matrix, and David Leitch, uncredited. Runtime a prim and proper 1 hour 41. Certificate 18. Release date UK April 10, 2015. US October 24th, 2014. Written by Derek Kolstad. Cast, Keanu Reeves, John Wick. This is one I've been dreading. Michael Novishk, Vigo Tarasov, Alfie Allen, Lozef Tarasov, Willem Dafoe, Marcus, Ian McShane as Winston. Produced by literally too many to list.
As is always the case.
There must have been about 18, 19, 20 would be here all day. So music was by Tyler Bates, Joel J. Richard. Budget was a straight $20 million. Gross worldwide, which I suppose $86 million, which I suppose is okay for a.
Well, it's 4 times the budget, so
So they would have made a few pieces of cheddar on that one. I'll just throw this in here, by the way. Kill count 84.
Yeah, right. It's not really 84 because they used the same stuntman. So it was probably 20.
Did you know that the director was the double for Brandon Lee on The Crow when he got he got killed, and when they went back and refilmed the scenes that hadn't been filmed, Chad was the body double that enabled the film to be completed. There's bit of a little fact for you.
You know, they used the same stuntman that was in Nobody, didn't they? In
Matrix
this
as well.
And Matrix, yeah.
Oh yeah, I wonder where. Yeah, one of the guys in it tonight. I thought, I wonder where I recognise him from.
Yeah, it's the guy in the bus.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to have a film directed by someone with a background in stunts, I think John Wick is definitely the movie
Yeah.
for a stuntman to direct.
Okay.
You know, it's not a massively complicated plot, is it?
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Brown Lights, please like, share, subscribe. You know the rest. Free eye test. You're welcome.
Is there a free eye test? Because I need one, I think.
Yeah, if you can read that,
Mm.
you don't need an eye test. But anyway,
Not the
moving on.
credit.
Okay, so John Wick posted there, folks. So who would like to go first? Swappers. John Wick, what do you think?
I've got told about this movie so many times by so many people before I actually watched it. I didn't see it at the cinema or anything. I saw it like on home release, like quite a while after it got released. Like everyone had already seen it, but me. I don't know. I just thought, it's just another B movie Keanu Reeves thing. I'm not really going to like it. You know, just a typical action film. And I came to watch it and I was genuinely surprised. And I thought, wow, I quite enjoyed that. That was pretty good. And this was like, we're talking a few years ago now, aren't we, for the first one? So it was kind of
2014.
It
Yeah.
was before the kind of the woke tidal wave hit.
Yeah.
So it's like pure action, pure entertainment with no agendas or messages or anything in it. And
What a surprise.
yeah,
Yeah.
and also a straight white male lead as well, which is that hasn't been destroyed in any way. So that was always a bonus. But of course, this is all in retrospect. It's a very simple movie, so I kind of had it hyped to me an awful lot, thinking it was going to be a lot better a lot more to it than it was. So I did think afterwards, like, oh, that was quite a straight A to B journey, really, more than anything. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty damn good film. As far as action movies go, well worth the money.
Lance, what do you think?
Pretty strange story of how I came to watch this movie. I was in Uganda at the time with my ex, and the piracy over there's no cinemas over there, and there's no video stores or anything like that. The piracy over there is how people see films, and you'll go into some market and there'll be like 400 covers of movies on the wall, you know. And I was there for quite a while. I was there for a couple of months, and we just picked up a whole load of films one day for sort of a buck a piece, and supporting the local economy, you know. And basically, John Wick was one of them, which we fortunately did get to watch on quite a massive TV. I was so impressed with it, I wanted to see it at the cinema. So when I came back, I think I got to watch it at the Prince Charles. If any of you guys know, that's a cinema in London that kind of shows a lot of films retrospectively, which is great cinema actually, and does a lot of special screenings and that kind of thing. And I saw it there probably about 6 months after its initial release. I like really well choreographed action where you can follow who's firing at who's getting hit, who, you know, so that there's actual tension, there's risk. And even though, you know, he was an impossible man doing impossible things, I still felt there was always risk. I still felt he could get wounded. So I was engrossed. I liked it. I think the thing that made it for me was all the subplots with Ian Shane and that organisation and how you could go into the hotel. And I loved all that minutiae of that world building. If that stuff hadn't have been in it, I think it would have been a lot more boring. But yeah, really great action, very simple plot. Did what it said on the tin. I was perfectly happy. And like your colleague said, it was one of those films that came out before, you know, we were inflicted with Ghostbusters sequels and all the deluge that followed. So yeah, great. And I enjoyed the second one. The third one, I was a bit indifferent, but I guess we're just talking about the first one today.
Yes, the first one. Ian, what do you think? Are you a fan of this?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, gun fu as they call it.
Gun fu, yeah.
Yeah.
Kung Fu.
But then it's really funny how the us over here thinks that this is wow, it's brilliant because wow, the gunfights are so original, but they're not. They just stole it from Japan and China because they were doing it well before us.
Oh,
Same thing
okay.
with the wire work as well. They were doing
Yeah.
it well before us, and Tarantino and the rest of these directors just copied
Very
it.
John Woo influenced, I thought.
Yeah, it is, but it's very well choreographed, and obviously it was directed by a stuntman because it was just A to B directing, and there wasn't really anything special about the directing. But they did focus on the action, which is what the whole thing is all about. And as Outcast said, I really like the idea that there's this secret underworld that looks after the hitmen of the town, and John Wick is part of that group. Incidentally, when I was in New York for the very first time, I was in a hotel called, I can't remember what it was called, the hotel. Anyway, it was the very hotel that they shot John Wick in.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, what was it called? Anyway, we
Well,
were
that
in
wasn't
there.
the set. The interior of that was
No. So basically, the front where the reception area is part of the hotel that I stayed at, and also when he goes to the bar and he goes through the kitchen, and he goes in the bar, that is a room that was in the hotel. Because when we were leaving, we didn't know that when we were leaving on the last day, we had time, so we asked the guy behind the desk, can we leave our bags here and go out and then come back and get our bags? And he said yes, because you have to check out. And he took us to this room, and he goes, oh, do you know what they shot here? John Wick.
Oh,
and I looked around the room and I'm like, oh God, yes it is. so it was what was it? Hotel Wilcott, it's called, the Hotel Wilcott. Yeah, and it's a very old hotel. It had chandeliers and it was very stylish. It was like, I think it was made in the 40s, I think the hotel was. Wow. And that's why I stayed. So that's just a little story on the side. But yeah, there you go. But I did like this film, and yeah, and the fourth one's coming out soon, isn't it? So we'll look forward to that.
I think that's March.
Yeah,
next year. So still a little bit to wait for that one. Should we start doing the slides? Because I tried to cut them down, but a lot of the slides are just the blurry action sequences where they're just kicking shit out of each other. So, I tried to get all the muzzle flashes. So I managed to get a few.
You must have been sitting in front of the...
It's taken me all day to do this.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Okay, so let's do it then, folks. Let's do it. Lionsgate. So this is the end of the film, effectively, isn't it?
Oh, towards the end of the film, yeah.
Yeah, because as I said, I've only seen this once before today. So
that's such a big thing now. You can never watch a TV show or a film with a straight narrative timeline anymore. There's always, we're going to start at the end, or we're going to, or in the case of TV shows, there's like 4 different timelines going on, and you never know where you are. It's everybody's trying.
The reason why they do that is because they can, because of the fact that it's a TV show and you have loads of episodes and stuff like that. They can afford to do that. I mean, this is an old technique anyway, starting from the end. I mean, even I've done it in some of my movies. So.
Oh yeah. I don't think it's a bad thing, but I think a lot of people are doing it just for the hell of it now.
So Wick has been shot, or no, he's been stabbed.
Well, he's a tough bastard, isn't he?
Yeah. I thought he'd been shot, but we'll find out he'd actually been stabbed. He's grieving over his wife, isn't he?
Very odd, that video, because when he's kissing her, she goes, "Are you still videoing?" And it's obvious somebody is holding that camera. That when they were kissing, so it's not like he's holding it. So who the hell was there? Anyway, whatever. Mistake in the film.
Some production assistant, probably.
Yeah, probably. It's like he's holding the camera, but it isn't. If you look at the shot closely,
okay.
Somebody else holding it. Anyway,
I'll do a quick chat. Now, I don't know how to pronounce that, but you're welcome
Sign.
It's like Prince, the
Prince.
artist formerly known as.
Yeah.
John Wick 1 was a lightning in a bottle. 2, borderline the absurdity, but 3 and most likely 4 have gone so over the top, fast and furious, ridiculous.
I totally agree. Because if you
that's a good summary in my opinion as well, actually.
Because if you look at the first one, it's very different to the second one, and the third. I didn't like the third one at all.
No,
I mean,
neither.
the second
Oliver.
one, I hated the shootout in the dark. There's a bit in it where
you couldn't see anything.
You just couldn't see anything. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I was like, why would they do this?
Must have been the same DOP as Game of Thrones season 8.
Yeah, a lot of this was totally pitch black, so you'll have to bear with me, guys, with the slides. I did my best. So he's grieving over his wife.
That's Catherine Monaghan, isn't it, that plays his sort of ex-wife, or is that right?
I'll take your word for that. She had an underlying medical condition.
Cancer, I think.
Yeah. So he's lying there. And it starts off John Wick. And you guys wake up at 6?
I do. They had a movie trope in this, didn't they? A movie. What do you call them when they do things all the time in movies? Like this one where every time they have a wedding, they always have someone. Sorry, a funeral. They always have someone standing far away from it with an umbrella or just far away from it. And they did this in this one as well.
Yeah.
It's like the old saying where they go, it's not you, it's me. Loads of films do that as well, don't they?
Swappers, would you like a pad like that?
Oh, there's so many films, isn't there? When you're lying there thinking, how much money's he got, for crying out loud? It's his car as well, isn't it? You see his car later, and you just think, oh,
but he's
it would be my number one car that I'd ever want in the world as well. And I'm just sitting there
he's probably made a crap load of money shooting, isn't he?
Of course he has. Mercenary. Of course he has. Yeah. But you think, I don't know. I mean, it's a nice house. I would have thought he probably could, on that wage, probably afford something a little bit more special. But it's not quite Iron Man's pad, is it? But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'd like to live there.
Iron Man's a billionaire, isn't
he? So we're getting kind of little mini flashbacks of him with his wife, and I think this is the moment. Yeah, this is the moment where they're obviously having a nice romantic moments in the harbour.
Whoa!
And then she just falls down.
He didn't say that in his film.
Whoa! I think that's a different film, mate.
He didn't say. The photography is really good in this movie.
I thought it looked. Yeah, I thought the photography was just every scene was beautiful.
Quite nice, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that kind of style is maintained through all the other films.
Yeah.
It's Jonathan Seelers, the DOP, and he did Deadpool 2. Which
he knows his stuff.
I wasn't particularly fond of. A Good Day to Die Hard, but he's done some decent. The films look decent. Not the best scripts, but he did Bullet Train, which I haven't seen.
It's all right. Bullet Train's okay. I kind of enjoyed it.
Not seen that one yet.
Yeah, I heard it was fun, silly fun.
Yeah.
What people said.
Very Tarantino-ish.
And he's also the DOP on The Fall Guy, which is based on the TV show by Lee Majors, and that'll be a funny thing to do a stream.
Who's in that one then?
Wow.
Who's in
Lee Majors is in it.
I know Lee Majors, but who's the main? Is it Ryan Gosling?
You're right. Yeah, Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt.
I didn't even know they were making a film of it.
When's
that out?
2024 adaptation of the 1980s TV series with the same name. I wonder if they'll have the song at the end of it. I'm just a one old stamp man.
If Lee Majors sings it, it'll be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they should have a scene where he sings it in karaoke in the movie.
Yeah.
Here you go, MC. Ryan Gosling is in Fall Guy.
You know what? I used to respect Ryan Gosling as a serious actor. Now he's just becoming one of those Hollywood...
Too busy football.
Yeah. I don't know.
Have you been enjoying the World Cup, Ian?
bollocks to that. I don't watch football.
I
I'm
also
not
am
in-
not watching the World Cup.
Yeah.
Wrong
Okay.
time, wrong country, wrong everything.
Okay, so if you look in the screen at the back, she's just died.
Mm.
I think the doctor turned the machine off, and
There's also a rather nice orchid in the
Oh, yeah.
background. Is that an orchid? Looks like an orchid.
this is her jewelry, isn't it?
It did start a bit slow actually for an action film. It did kind of dragged a bit in the beginning. Who is she? She reminds
She's a
me of
pretty
someone.
girl.
I can't remember.
She's the model lady that I mentioned earlier.
Was she
Bridget.
in iRobot?
Bridget
With,
Moynihan, I think that is.
Was she in iRobot with Will Smith?
I'll have a quick look.
Yeah,
She looks familiar.
She was, yeah, Dr. Susan Calvin.
There
in
you
iRobot.
go.
Oh, wow.
There you
Good
go.
spot.
Yeah. Mm.
Battle Los Angeles. That's a classic, obviously.
Mm.
I did like that film. I did like that one. Okay,
was-
so
It's fun.
it was fun.
Like a mini Independence Day.
Yeah. Funeral.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember that shot.
All the shots were just fantastic. Every single frame just looks beautiful.
Yeah, but you've seen that shot so many times. It's in Watchmen. It's in every film that you know that has a funeral in it. Every time.
But there are only so many angles you can shoot a funeral from in
Yeah.
there, really, isn't there? You know, coffin's going down. You've got limited choices.
And now you got the bloke standing away from the funeral, which is one of those things they do in movies all the time.
Yeah.
Here you go, Oliver. Americans love rain and umbrellas in funeral scenes. They do.
I'm taking all the colour out of that shot.
I completely forgot Willem Dafoe was.
So
in
did
this
I. Yeah.
There's a lot of
as
teal.
Marcus.
Mm. Do you know what? I reckon they're going to cast him as the Joker in the next Batman film.
What, Defoe?
Yeah, man.
Joker.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying to him that he should play the Joker.
Well, he's got the right face for it. I'll admit he's old. He's a bit old now.
In the Batfleck universe.
Yes. Not the because I think they got the Joker for that stupid Batman, that one with what's his name?
Joaquin.
No, not talking about that. I'm talking about the last Batman film, the awful one with the skinny guy. What's his name?
Oh,
was that
Robert
vampire.
Pattinson.
Yeah, I think they've got somebody playing the Joker in that one for the next one, but
Right.
a lot of people are saying that. I mean, he says that all the time in interviews. They're saying why, people always say to him, why haven't you played the Joker? You know.
There you go, MC. Great as the Joker.
He does. He has a great
Got
face.
Joker
Great
face,
actor. I really like him. Fantastic actor. Brilliant in Mississippi Burning, if you've never seen that.
Oh, yes. Brilliant film. Fantastic.
Yeah, him and Gene Hackman sparring off each other. It's like watching two heavyweights in the ring, you know?
Alan Parker directed that one. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Good to see him back in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he was good in that too. He's a very good actor. He's accomplished. Very
I mean, he's played Green Goblin, so which is essentially like the Marvel version, the Marvel Universe version of the Joker, isn't it? So I don't know if I could see him being cast as the Joker, really.
I
He's
can.
a white actor, but I don't know. He's kind of already done it, hasn't he?
If you want to see him in a pair of tight leather trousers, watch him in Streets of Fire, the Blu-ray of which
Oh
just
God, I remember that one.
Yeah,
That's
Michael
ages ago.
Yeah.
That's the first time I saw him.
I just missed a screening of that at the Prince Charles. I couldn't go, and I've always wanted to see it on the big screen. Never seen it on the big screen.
I saw it. It's a very good film.
Yeah.
I thought.
Yeah, I like it. Really, really good.
Is this where Marcus is saying to John, "You got out"?
No, this is Marcus just saying to him, "I've come to my condolences and stuff like that." He's not saying, he's not really threatening him or anything like, because they're friends, aren't they? So
Yeah, they are. They've got.
he just came to pay his respects.
Yeah,
that's all.
There you go. Americans like their rain.
So, well, we get rain all the time.
God, today we have. So the wake.
I like this shot because it
This was a
actually
good shot, yeah.
fades to when everybody's gone from
Yeah.
from a very similar shot, so it was quite nice.
Yeah. So we'll get into the first plot point. Delivery for Mr. Wick.
He gets a dog. You were
Which
named after the
was-
dog?
It's a gift from his wife
Yeah.
for
Before she died,
reasons.
she got it from Amazon.
Cause is it something that he needs something to look
To
after
love.
or to love? Yeah.
To love, yeah. To love.
Isn't the dog called Moose?
Daisy.
No, it's Daisy, isn't it?
Oh, is it Daisy? Okay.
Here you go. John F. Hello, John. I first saw Willem Dafoe in To Live and Die in LA. Great
Oh
movie.
my god, I've got the vinyl soundtrack to that.
I have as well, and it's a fantastic movie. John, we covered that movie. It's in one of the back catalogues.
That's one of
films
Michael
we did.
Mann's first films, isn't it? Isn't it Mike? No,
William
no,
Friedkin.
No, William Friedkin. Friedkin.
Yeah,
Freaking. Yeah.
yeah, freaking great film.
Yeah. It's
I
got a
didn't
great
like it.
thumping soundtrack for that chase
Wang Chung.
scene. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So she's saying you need to look after the dog. You need to love something. Nice narration. There's Daisy. Quality acting, I thought, from Keanu. There's Daisy. And he's speaking to the dog. Very young puppy was trained to lick Keanu's face by... I think they put bacon fat on Keanu's face.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a common trick, that one. Or something similar.
Where is
meaty.
bacon?
I think Matt's in. We've seen him. I think this was the scene where they used the bacon. Because obviously he's totally unprepared for looking after a dog, so he's got no food.
Likes his blue sheets, doesn't he? Blue sheets,
Yeah.
blue cushions, blue everything.
One of the main reasons why I chose a teal border colour for my channel is everything's shot with a teal.
It's orange and teal is the famous.
Everything.
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Film uses that
Everything.
now. For some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, it's a bit
Who's
of a DOP.
There was that Mel Gibson film a few years back, wasn't there? I can't remember what it was called now. But it had a blue filter all the way through the movie. I can't remember what it's called, but
I think.
Really?
What was it called?
I can't remember what it's called.
Was that
Really good movie.
Payback? Was it Payback?
Payback.
Payback,
Payback.
yeah. Yeah, that was
It
a
was
really
remake, wasn't it? Payback
Yeah.
was a remake.
Wasn't great.
Here you go, Oliver. CGI dog poo. Yeah.
The dog poo is CG.
The
Is
budget
it?
went.
Well, yeah. If you're going to CG anything on your set, might as well be that.
And he's asking what do you want, and then he realizes, well, he wants some food. So
But do you reckon that his wife knew what he did?
As a career.
No,
Yeah.
no, because the wife didn't know in Nobody.
No, she did know. Watch that film
Did
very
she?
carefully. Of course she
That is
did.
professional.
I thought he told her.
No, she knew what he
Oh,
did because
right, okay,
do you remember that scene where they're in the garage and he's telling her to go with the kids?
yeah,
You can tell that she knew when the way she was talking to him. She knew he was doing something shady.
yeah.
She just knew that So anyway, whatever.
So the answer is yes, she did know then.
Do you reckon?
Well, if you said she knew in Nobody, well, then I would probably put two and two together and say yes.
No. What I'm saying is, this film did Keanu Reeves' wife knew what he did
It's
or what
it's
he?
the same universe, though.
Yeah, I know, but it's not the same people. Just saying.
Yeah,
Do you
Derek
reckon-
Kolstad wrote Nobody, didn't he? The
Yeah,
screenplay.
yeah. It was
Same
based on something that actually happened to Bob Odenkirk, wasn't it? So
I
there you
didn't
go.
realise that it was set in the same universe as John
Yeah,
Wick.
it's nobody's same universe as this.
Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently.
Can't wait for Nobody 2.
Rebecca
Yeah, I
Gull's
thought
set in the
nobody
same
was-
universe as well, actually.
Nobody was great. I love that scene on the bus. Was just brilliant.
Yeah, bus scene's fantastic.
And
Apparently,
really-
there's I did not know there's a new mini-series coming out based on the hotel of John Wick next year.
Yeah, I think
heard about that.
I think it's
Mel
going to be
Gibson.
rubbish.
Yeah, it's just 3 episodes. It's just like a mini kind of. Yeah. Okay.
Mel looks a bit craggy, but he still can kick ass though. I've seen him kick ass in films. Jeez, at this age.
Andy Mouse is asking, "Are we doing Nobody now?" No.
No, we're not. We're doing whoa. That's what
And
we're
then
doing.
Franco, I haven't watched Nobody yet. It's a good film.
yeah, it is
Yeah,
good.
I've still got to watch that too.
So I think I'm assuming he's going to get some dog food.
Who knows? He's going to get some petrol.
The
Yeah.
car.
Speed up these slides. If I was you, it would be all night.
Yeah. So the Russian son.
It's Alfie Allen. From
Is he British?
he is indeed. I've met him.
Losif Tarasov is the son.
He's a really nice guy.
What have I seen him in?
He was in Game of Thrones.
Ah,
That was the thing that propelled him to stardom. He's done loads of stuff before that, but famous for getting his cock chopped off in Game of Thrones, mainly.
ooh.
What about
in-
has he not been in the Bill or Casualty?
Oh, he's done all of those. I think
Okay.
he was in Enders for a while.
is it?
Oliver in the chat says the Continental starring Anna de Armas.
She's probably going to get him out again.
Oh, I think definitely be watching that then. Okay, so he wants his car. He wants to buy it because he's a cock, isn't he? Not for sale.
Yeah, he was in SAS Rogue Heroes recently. If you've seen that,
Oh, that's on BBC. I've been meaning to watch that. Yes.
yeah, it's worth. You like your historical stuff, don't you, Mr. B? It's worth seeing, definitely. Oh, there you go. MC's just said that in the chat. In fact,
Yeah. There you go. SAS Rogue Heroes, yeah. World War II drama. Formation of the SAS. Okay.
yeah, with a rock and punk soundtrack occasionally, which
Okay.
may or may not be to your tastes.
So the companion of he says, who does this guy think he is? And he's kind of he pulls him off him, doesn't he? Because I think he knows who he is. Doesn't he?
He plays Finch in Daredevil. That guy. The TV show Daredevil.
So this is where Wick goes to the airport.
To drive his car, innit?
Do a little bit of kind of primal scream while he's driving, work a bit of aggression off. Swappers, you're into this car then?
Yeah, that's my number one car if I could have one in the world of any make or model. That would be I think it's a 69.
You said 69, yes.
Same car. Is it not the same car in Bullet?
I think that was a 66. This was a 69. So this is more.
What type of car is it, Swapper?
Mustang, Ford Mustang.
Mustang. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's not a Shelby. I think it might be I don't know. I can't quite tell what it is. I don't think it's a Shelby, but it might be it's a GT something or other. But yeah, it's a 69 model, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful car.
Muscle
I
car.
love the way the engine guns in the movie.
There you
It's
go.
almost like a character of its own.
Fat Gandalf 69.
Mm-hmm.
So
Fat
meanwhile-
Gandalf.
Yeah, Fat Gandalf,
It's like COVID Gandalf.
our resident police officer.
Oh, is he now? Very good.
So meanwhile, back at the house later in the day, sleeping. Cute little puppy. John Z says 69 Boss Mustang GT.
Ooh.
Oh, boss, yeah.
And he's asleep and the dog's woken up. And there's people in his house. Quite violent, but I think you knew it was going to be.
Yeah.
Very interesting how they didn't kill him.
And this is the crux of the film, isn't it? This is where it all starts from. And you can just see the dog with a baseball bat. And then wallop.
Dog didn't do anything to anyone.
No, apart from yap at the wrong time. Here you go. MJUK84. Would he have done anything if the dog hadn't got killed?
Well, it would have been
No.
a short film.
Because he wanted to stay retired, didn't he? And they
Did they take the car? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I probably would have gone after the car then, if not just for the dog.
No, well, it's the dog really, because the dog was the last thing his wife gave him. So that's what actually turned him. So, you know, if they just took his car and left the dog, then maybe he wouldn't have done anything. But yeah.
Well, I would have gone after him. Put it that way. If they stole my Mustang, I would have been straight down.
But she does say in her letter, doesn't she? You need something to love, and the car, you know, the car is not it, or something like that, because he loves his car. So, but it's just the idea that his wife, that was the last present his wife gave him, and they killed it. They killed it.
So he's there, sad about the dog. Buried
the dog. Then he's going to bury them.
Time to crack open the gun chest, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Isn't it hidden in the floor somewhere?
Yeah, all concrete.
You know, and that's another trope as well, because you remember Red with Bruce Willis. He did the same thing, didn't
Never
he?
seen it.
Went into his garage and smashed open the floor, and there was his guns. It's kind of. I think I've seen it 3 times in movies. This, so anyway.
Well,
so-
Commando started it with Arnie's retractable wall, and you know, machine guns in the shed, and
So he's at the moment he's cleaning all the blood up at the moment, and it's just raging, and he's getting the flashbacks of what happened.
Just John Wick's very OCD. I feel at home, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got
It's
a good
nice
cleaner.
house. Yeah.
They advertised for that house prior to filming began. I read that was the first thing they did, was put an advert out saying we're looking for a high-end glass house. So I think the exteriors and the interiors were all the same location for that.
It's a very
Wouldn't
nice
have wanted
house.
them to do that to my house.
Must have paid him a lot of money though.
I think, big chunk of change. Got
Because
10 grand, something like that.
they had to take out one of the glasses and put a false glass in, because he threw someone through it, didn't he?
Through a window, I remember.
So that would have cost him a penny.
Yeah, those windows on those houses are not cheap.
No, they're not.
This is the stolen car, isn't it, with the Ruskies?
Yeah, where they go to one of the Mario brothers.
The chop shop.
Yep. And there he is, Mario's brother.
Wasn't he moaning about Chris Pratt and Mario a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
He got smacked in the throat by Steven Seagal in real life.
He got smacked in the throat by who, sorry?
Steven Seagal.
Oh my God, I could tell you some Steven Seagal stories.
So can I. But he was on some chat show, and he was explaining how he's an arsehole, and he chopped him in the throat or something like that. Yeah.
I've had two different friends work on two different movies with Seagal, and they've both got like a long list of horror stories.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy's mad.
And he has to have his lines on a board all the time, and he still constantly changes them. So the actors never know, is that my cue, or should I say the line as written, or it's yeah.
But he sells movies in the lower end, so
Yeah,
that's why they keep hiring him. So
Yeah.
Here you go, folks. Fat Gandalf at Mr. Brown Alliance says me. There is a deleted scene where Vigo goes back and kills him for hitting his son. Oh, okay.
Oh, I'll see if I can find that. Let's have a quick look.
Okay, so he wants to get the car new VIN plates and.
Oh, he was in the second one, wasn't he? Was Mario's brother in the second one?
Was he?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure because he went back for his car. Or something. I can't remember. They all blur into one.
Either. Yeah.
He's a good actor, this fella. Can't remember his real name.
What, you mean John Leguizamo?
Yeah, I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, I'd rate him. He's done some great indie movies as well that most people haven't seen, sadly.
He wasn't in. Oh god, he was in some movie where he played a transvestite, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah.
Trust you.
But you know what? I to this day I always remember him as Mario's brother in the Mario Brothers movie with Bob Hoskins.
Luigi.
Yeah, always.
It's a
Mario.
Mario.
Never leaves my head for some reason.
And Swap Shop, can I have that movie back when you've finished with it? The transvestite. I lent it to you ages ago.
Yeah, I've nearly worn it out, mate. I've
Was it on VHS?
Yeah.
Juicy ASMR. Hello. A good pretender. Lol.
What, as in John Wick?
I think this guy here.
He's
I see. Leguizamo.
He's in Violent Night, isn't he? As the bad guy.
Oh,
With
the new
David
one.
Harbour. Yeah, with
Yeah.
David Harbour.
Yeah.
It
Here you
looks
go.
great.
Another face, new face. Hello, Glenn. Liked him in
Spawn, yeah, he was good. He
I
played
don't
the
think I've
blue.
ever seen Spawn.
Yeah, the little blue fella. He's
Yeah,
really
he played
good.
Violated, didn't he? Was
Yeah,
it not
yeah.
was it Violated?
Violator.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very good in that.
Clown guy.
Yeah.
Okay. John's
That's
going
where
to
I
go.
like my baseball bat.
Yeah. So he's going to catch the bus because he's going to the car shop as well because he needs a car.
And he just goes on the bus and nobody questions his bloody
Yeah,
t-shirt.
he's not even bothered, has he? Just got
Nah.
I didn't know he was the voice of the Riddler in the Batman audio stuff.
Who?
Leguizamo.
Oh,
Yeah. He's got about 15 things like in post-production.
Oh, look at
Right.
that GT40 on the left just then.
yeah,
Wow,
beautiful, isn't it? Look.
Golf
once you're
colours.
in the circle though of the actors thing in Hollywood, you're working constantly, you know.
Yeah,
Unless you're sick, I guess.
especially if
here you
you've got
go.
a good reputation.
Juicy ASMR again. Actor equals adult pretender. They do.
Well, that's their job, so yeah.
This is where he's telling John who's taken the car then, isn't it? 'Cause he knows.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, before he tells me, he pours him a drink, doesn't he? So funny.
And this kind of a flashback, isn't it now? Of the part we didn't see.
Yeah.
Right.
And he just goes, where did you get this car from? Because he doesn't know, does he? That
He doesn't tell him either. He doesn't tell him that
Oh,
it belongs
okay.
to John Wick, doesn't he? He just tells him to get out. He punches him twice. Was it twice or once? And just tells him to get out.
I tell you what, you'd never know that Alfie Allen's
We own
dad
you.
was Keith Allen, would you? It looks nothing like him at all.
Yeah, Keith Allen.
Yeah.
Well, he's got more hair than him.
That's
Keith
Allen's
Keith Allen's a
son.
good actor. He's a good actor, Keith.
Yeah, I've met Keith more than once actually, and he's a proper character. I mean that in a nice way.
I haven't seen him on TV lately.
No,
films.
his ex-wife used to live right round the corner from me. So I saw them and the daughter quite a lot, and Yeah, but he got into. He did a lot of producing. Keith Allen did a lot of producing.
That bit where he goes, "You're going to point a gun at me, you know,
And he
go on
fucking
and
grabs it, doesn't he?
shoot me or get out." Yeah, something like that. It's quite cool. Yeah, I think he was in the second one because he brings his car around in the second one.
Yeah, no, Leguizamo is in the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not for very long. But.
Here you go, Franco. I like Keith Allen.
So do I. I think he was when he was
Is
on
that,
TV.
is that
he was
Lily Allen?
father. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ian, did you see Keith Allen in that rip-off of The Professionals they did with the
Yeah.
comics?
Yeah.
The bullshit.
Bullshitters. That was
It's
really
so
funny.
good, man.
Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah.
Really funny. Yeah, I showed that at the movie quiz last Christmas.
See that? So this guy in the middle, he's a really good actor. As I said, he was in Daredevil and he played the character Finch, and he was really good. It's really funny how he's got really small part in this. Hardly says anything.
But a good
And then he
part
ends up in that show.
Yeah, because he's the one who tries to avoid everything escalating, doesn't he?
But he comes a cropper though, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah. Yeah, so no part for him in the second one.
No. Same thing with who's the woman in there? The one that was in Agents of Shield. She's in this as well, isn't she?
Adrian Palicki.
Palaki, yeah.
Palicki. Yeah, she is.
Plays Perkins.
Yeah.
Did all her own stunts in this, apparently.
You know, the guy you're talking about from Daredevil, Toby Leonard Moore, I'm pretty sure he's the guy, he's the main lawyer in Billions, that's right. He plays one of the main lawyers in Billions. And he's great in that. Really, really good. So it's good that he stuck it out because he made it. He's a proper jobbing actor now. And he was in the Pacific, the second Band of Brothers series. That's right. Played a lieutenant. 6 episodes of that.
This is where the main gangster rings this bloke up, isn't it? Why did you hit my son? Is that right?
Yeah, and he says, and he goes, "Oh," and he ends the call, doesn't he? When he hears John Wick's name, "Oh," and he ends the call.
Yeah.
Very funny. What a lovely shot that is.
Beautiful.
I wonder whose apartment they were in there.
That's Mr. B's holiday home, isn't it?
Is it, Ian? Is that your holiday home, mate?
I wished.
Is that your dad swimming there in the swimming pool?
You could probably afford it, but moving on.
Yeah. Oh, was that a glass of wine that hit the desk there?
Absolutely not. I had no idea what you're talking about.
Excellent.
It's a glass of red.
Here you go, Richard Kierman. Hello, Richard. Bit behind the stream. Did anybody see the blood trail the dog left? It's made by the dog on its way back to John.
No, that's a nice detail. I can't remember if I noticed that, but it's great that they put that in.
Pulling the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Oliver says, "Rest in peace, Michael."
Yeah, he passed away.
2017, lung cancer. I didn't know.
Yeah, and do you know what? I had no idea that actor died because it wasn't exactly sort of shouted about on social media, but he had a pretty decent career. A lot of Russian villains and that kind of thing.
What's his Michael Novishk?
He was the lead in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, the trilogy. He was the main guy. He was the reporter. And that's weird because the guy he played in those trilogy of films also died of lung cancer. Same thing. So that's kind of
who is this guy on the right? I don't know who the character is. Is he an accountant or is he connected with somebody? I don't know.
Isn't he one of his sort of senior henchmen? Vague recollection.
Okay. I have no idea. Anybody in the chat? Anybody know who the guy on the right is? I thought it was something to do with the government, but probably not.
The deal that he's trying to do. Isn't there some kind of plot with a deal going on?
All right. He must be an accountant or something. I don't know. Or he's a lawyer. I don't know. Okay. So his son's coming back to the apartment or the tower block. That's a big tower block. There you go.
think his
Yeah, a
character-
lawyer.
It's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have watched the film more recently if I hadn't had 5 minutes notice to jump on. But I'm 6 years probably last time I saw it, maybe 5-6 years ago.
As I said, I watched it today, but it's you can't really appreciate watching it when you're having to do slides at the same time.
No, yeah, it's a bit like work, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. So he's offering his son a drink, and wallop.
Dark side of the walk.
There you go. Dark side of the walk. Hello, dark side. Just got here. Sorry, Blake. What are we doing?
John
tonight?
Walk.
Oh, yeah.
Well, only he can make that joke and it'd be funny with a name like that. Clean that up.
That must have been one hell of a punch.
Did you guys see that training video that was on YouTube? I think it was in prep for the sequel, where
Yes.
he was running along. He had about 6 different types of guns. It was all live ammo.
Incredible.
Yeah, and his weapon discipline was absolutely phenomenal. And I took my hat off to him. And after I'd seen that, it kind of gave me a bit more respect for the action scenes that he was doing.
4 months of training, 8 hours a day, every day
Yeah.
for this film. Gun and martial arts training. 8 hours a day for 4 months, every day.
You definitely want Keanu Reeves next to you if the zombie apocalypse kicked off, wouldn't
There you go. Keanu's a machine.
He'd be a good bodyguard.
He's very stoic as well in real life. I've seen interviews with him and stuff like that. He's very kind of he has a wise streak in him, especially when he answers questions and stuff. It's quite.
And he's had quite a lot of tragedy, isn't he?
Yes.
His wife died young, and
his sister.
Yeah, and there's
cancer.
There's so many stories floating about in the industry about him doing like nice anonymous things for people, like a crew member whose mortgage was falling through the floor, and they'd go to the bank and find that it had been mysteriously paid. This kind of stuff. I hear a lot of stories floating around about him like that, and you never see him looking for any credit. He's that sort of guy that will see a couple looking at a diamond ring they can't afford, and then he'll go and speak to the manager, and they'll find out he's paid for it and he's gone out the shop.
I think George Michael did stuff like that as well.
I saw him on the subway when I was in New York. I think the third time I was in New York,
wow.
I saw him on there. Yeah, he travels the subway. It's really weird.
Yeah,
someone like him.
Ethan Hawke does that.
Oh, does he?
Oh yeah.
I like Ethan Hawke. He's a good actor too.
Yeah. Dead Poet Society. I just love that film.
Yeah, it's glorious. Yeah.
Black
That's
Phone.
a good shot of Alfie, isn't it? That last one.
Mm.
He looks like Michael Madsen on the left there, doesn't he? That guy.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
A bit.
So that's the lawyer character that we saw in Profile earlier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I remember the actor from Oz TV series.
Yeah, and he was in Band of Brothers as well, I think. Same guy. He's a fantastic character in Oz. If it's the same guy.
Yeah, because the son is saying, "I'll fix it," but he's not going to, is he?
Can't fix it. He says he's going to be
John
dead.
Wick. Yeah.
Going to get you. That's it. End of story.
Yeah, that's Dean Winters, that actor.
How many men have you got? All of them. Get all of them. John Wick. Madness.
Okay, so concrete floors are beckoning, folks. Because this is where he's talking about the bogeyman.
Yeah, saying that John Wick he's not the boogeyman, but he's the guy that I can't remember the lines. Yeah, kills the boogeyman or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something rubbish
Yeah.
he said, yeah.
Yeah. It's all very you fuck with the wrong person kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, what is it? You don't remember that so-and-so? He was one that killed everybody, He buried all those bodies and blah, blah, blah. I can't remember, and explains.
with
He's the one that helps
he
get out of the
killed
problem.
he killed 3 men with a pencil.
The pencil, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That line was great. Love that line.
Here you go, Juicy ASMR digging up his past. He is indeed.
Yeah, but, Bourne killed someone with a pen. A big pen at that, so there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, the chat were mentioning the pencil. I think we see the pencil in the second one.
Yeah, we do.
Say,
Yeah. Second one, yeah.
So
Yeah, I
he's
like
taking the
that.
floor.
I like that actor. That Dean Winters. He's got quite a limited range, but he's really good at what he does.
People who have limited ranges, they're always easy to cast.
Yeah, he's very good at those kind of intense,
Yeah.
John Z says, you send John Wick to kill the boogeyman.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Cheers, John.
Chat clearly did their homework.
Yeah, the chat fantastic. They're every week they know their onions.
Yes. I've been in there a few times.
He punched him in the stomach twice, didn't he?
Yeah.
I can do this, Dad. Shut up.
I do like the little flashes of subtitles every now and again, which I thought was quite good.
Yeah.
It's very the style of this movie is very different to the second one and the third one.
Yeah, the first one feels a bit more authentic in the world that's created, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
The second one kind of breaks out of it a bit more and
Starts going into the hotel side, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't mind finding out more stuff about the hotel, but
I just didn't. Was it the third one, or the second, where they talked about his family and he went back to the theatre and all that rubbish, and they gave him a little circle thing? I was
that was the third one, I think.
Oh yeah, I just thought
that was not good.
I prefer if I didn't know anything about him, really.
No, he has more power. The less you know about him, the more interesting he is. Really.
Yeah.
You know, you found out enough backstory in the first one to support 3 films anyway.
Yeah.
John Wick 1 was lightning in a bottle, says the man with the symbols that I don't understand.
His name's Oliver, yes.
Is it Oliver? Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was like the AIDS symbol on the left. Looks like it.
Here you go, Oliver. John Wick 1 was such lightning in a bottle.
Yeah.
It's just one of those little small independent films that's just...
I wouldn't call it small.
Well, it's authentic, isn't it, as you said?
I know that guy. He's that's Oliver Hollingdale. He's a film director.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's making a fantasy thing. Oh, God, I've forgotten the name of it now. It's named after the world that it's set in, and I keep... trying to convince him to go and do a shot of a castle so that the world can kind of look like it's actually lived in as opposed to just lots of woods. But he's not listening to anything else.
Here you go, Lance, it's me, Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dingus.
I've seen it. Yeah.
I love this where he has the gold coins and with his guns and stuff. It's quite cool.
You get a coin for every kill, don't you?
I don't know. They're gold coins, so the only way you can pay to stay in the hotel is to give him one of them, and especially when he calls the cleaner around, doesn't he? He gives them. I think he gives them about 5 coins, doesn't he?
I'm guessing that obviously when you're in the trade, you exchange gold coins because that's how you pay for services and stuff. So
one of the clever things about the whole setup of John Wick is that they don't really use computers. So the organization's quite cool. Yeah,
that was good. I like that. That was good.
So it can't be traced really
via
technology.
Yeah.
Educated guess, I'm thinking that when he retired, that was the gold coins he had left.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
everything about the world that they set up in John Wick, it's kind of new, but it isn't, if you know what I mean. I've seen some of this stuff done in other movies, but it's very clever of them to put it all together, like the hotel and the way the structure of the assassins, the way they live, and paying with gold coins and knowing people. I love the bit where the policeman comes along and he says, "There's noise." That bit there goes well. So they know what he does basically. So it's very clever.
I just noticed this. Is that his gold coins?
Does look like it, doesn't it?
That's a lot of gold coins.
Mm.
So he must have been a badass at some point.
Well, maybe.
Or he sent out lots of people to do his bidding.
Okay.
I think it might be suggestive of that, perhaps. And that was his cut for missions accomplished. Because I think John Wick has worked for this guy in the past, it's implied.
Yes,
maybe?
yes. He was the one that built up his company by killing X amount of people, he says.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for John Wick, his company wouldn't have, or his organization wouldn't exist.
I don't know if you've got a still of him coming up, Mr. B, but I want to give a shout out to one of my favourite actors that's in this film, which is Lance Riddick. Great name, obviously. But he's the hotel manager.
Yes.
Oh, the guy that was in Fringe. Really like him. He's a really
was
good
in The
actor.
Wire.
Yeah.
He's got that voice, that amazing voice.
Yeah.
He's just got one of those voices that he could just do voiceover work for the rest of his life and get.
It's also good at killing people as well in the third one.
Yeah,
he's handy with a gun. Yeah. In the chat, Romeo Tango November Zulu, hail at Mr. Brown. That's me, and everyone else. A bit late today as I wanted to miss the dog dying. Here we go. Sorry, our 14-year-old beagle died this year, so I didn't want that to see.
I'm a big dog guy, man. So
yeah,
I hear you.
I'm all pets, to be fair, but yes, good to see you, mate. Okay, so
understood.
Is this where he's is he ringing Marcus here?
He's ringing everybody.
Yeah, because he sort of sends out like a load of his kind of regular guys to take him out, doesn't he? If my memory serves me, or is that the second?
Oh
one?
yeah. I don't think
No,
Marcus...
this is he sends out all his men to kill John Wick.
Marcus
at his house,
isn't involved
basically.
yet.
Yeah.
Isn't there like a compilation video of you sort of seeing various people getting the call or being notified?
No. That was Bourne. It was Bourne Identity.
No,
not this one.
Not Bourne. No, not Bourne. But isn't there a compilation of different assassins?
In fact, this is where
this
is where he's ringing John Wick.
I don't think so. I can't remember.
It is because.
Oh yeah, and he doesn't answer him, does he?
Right.
He doesn't.
He
say
says,
a word.
"Can we talk about this?" And he just puts the phone down on him.
Silence.
That was it. Yeah.
My dog's dead. That's nothing to talk about.
And what was that line? He says, "What does he say?"
He speaks volumes.
Something like
that.
What did he say? And I can't remember the line. Then doesn't that guy ask him, "What did John Wick say?"
Enough. He said enough.
Enough. Something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
That's right, because he puts the bounty on his head, and then the guy he hires was John Wick's mentor or something, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
The guy trained him. That's right.
Yeah. William Dafoe.
Yeah.
Was it 2 million for a hit? And was it 2 million for a hit, and then
2 million,
and then 4 million in the Continental, or was it 1 million then 2 in the Continental?
If it is, I'm in the wrong job, man.
Yeah,
need to get in on that.
Yeah, because they're not allowed to do anything on the Continental, are they?
No,
that's sacred ground. It's supposed to be a safe space, you know.
Yeah. It's like what is it? Grosse Point Blank, when they ask him, "What do you do for a living?" "I'm a contract killer." "Yeah, okay." Telling everybody the truth, and nobody would listen to him.
Ian, I love that film, man.
I love the film too. I think it's a great movie.
Such a shame that Cusack's such a wanker.
Is he? Don't know.
I'm afraid so. Yeah.
Swapper's good acting here from Kano, saying nothing.
He does what he does best, doesn't he?
Did he even say "whoa"? Did he?
It's just mean and moody, isn't it?
No way.
Have you seen the fight sequence behind the scenes when he fights those people in the apartment? It's daytime, and they grade it so it's like
Oh,
it's
okay.
kind of nighttime. Yeah, it's all very very bright and stuff.
This is where he says he's said enough.
Yeah, that's it. Mr. Tattoo.
Yeah. I did read what that tattoo meant, but I
What did
forgot.
it mean?
Fortune favors the
Bold.
something like that. Yeah, it's an ex-army motto.
Is it?
Yeah,
Who dares wins?
or forces, special forces, or something. Yeah.
I see.
And this is where we get the little, as I said, the little kind of subtitles, which I quite liked.
Yeah, it's just kind of saying a poem. It's like he's saying
Yeah.
a poem, and it's connecting to everything that John Wick is doing, and the guy's going to kill him. Blah blah blah.
Here we go. Time Prophet saying hello. Time Prophet. Keanu is not known for his good acting.
Well, it doesn't need to have good acting in this, does it?
I think this role was perfect for him, and
Is.
He's he's pretty decent in it. Really, he does exactly what the script requires, no more, no less.
So
Does exactly what it says on the tin.
Exactly.
Yeah. From the swamp he will come.
There you
Swamp.
go. Ollie's complimenting you on your montage.
Well, it took long enough to do it, mate.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Okay, so this is where we start getting into the gun fu fighting. It's around the corner, folks. It was a nightmare to get stills, but
Would you say that movie Equilibrium was sort of pioneered gung fu?
Oh yeah, I saw that at the cinema. That was Christian Bale and Sean Bean, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they copied that from the Japanese stuff, didn't they? They all, you know, like some directors see something that Japanese do, and then they just put it in an American movie, don't they?
Director of this credited John Woo's The Hit, which was 1989 with Chun Yao Fat, and that was pre-Equilibrium, which was
before. There are other films other than the John Woo films. John Woo's film isn't gun fu. John Woo's films is just basically shooting people a lot, but there's a style to this that they got from the Japanese. I think it's Japanese films that it's like shoot. It's kind of like a dance with guns.
Like a ballet you're talking about.
Yeah, kind of thing. So, but if you look at John Woo's films carefully, there isn't. It's not like this. But anyway, whatever.
Well, we can do another stream about that, Ian.
Yeah, that would be cool.
so this
The
is where
Boogeyman.
This is where his henchmen, all of them, are going in.
Yeah.
Where did they get the henchmen from? Henchmen are us.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere.
Come with optional red or orange jumpsuits. So, you know.
Henchman Depot.
A lot of this is CGI.
It is most of it, all of it. In fact, is CGI. The Corridor crew did a thing in this. They were explaining how wrong it was, the lighting and the muzzle flash and everything. They were saying, weren't they?
I'm assuming this was fairly early days.
Well, not really. It's just Corridor crew are very critical, aren't they? Because like when I saw this, I didn't think much of. I just thought it was fun. You know, it looked all right.
Yeah.
But when I went through it, they were like, "No, if you fired here, the light wouldn't be there and stuff like that, weren't they?" So.
Watching this at full speed, it looked good to me. But once you start breaking it down into frames, you can see.
I mean, that's the problem now, isn't it? Every film has to, be prepared to take that kind of criticism. When you're the filmmaker making it, you're not really thinking about those things.
Some of it didn't look convincing on the stills. I mean, look at that.
Like that. Like for instance, that blood should be out of focus because it's traveling at speed, but it's very clear.
But when you see it at full speed, it looks fine. You don't even see it.
No.
That
Yeah.
took me quite a long time to get that.
Mm.
Ego in the chats. That's what we're here for. MGK84. We are ruining your illusion, mate. Sorry. We're only ruining it when
I
we're
do
at
miss
freeze frame.
I miss squibs on films. Get them
Yeah.
occasionally, but not very
That's
often.
what you need,
You know,
squibs.
what I saw recently, I saw Assault on Precinct 13, which was John Carpenter's version.
The
And
original.
yeah, the original one, that had a lot of scripts in it.
Yeah,
didn't
I've still got a rarely released VHS limited edition cover of that somewhere,
Yeah.
and the tape's rotten. It's all got that white mildew.
And also Django Unchained. There are some great squibs in that
Yeah,
at the ending.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
Yeah, when all the cowboys are getting shot up in that. Yeah, he really went to town on that.
He did indeed.
Frankie Zen's in. Hello, Frankie. What's up, Mr. B? We're hanging out, talking film, my friend. Good to see you.
Alec Baldwin doesn't use CGI bullets. Ooh. Controversial comments there from the Time Prophet.
Oh,
That's what Time Prophet is here for. How did you guys feel about the fight choreography? I thought it was just for me, especially the third one, it was just like ballet. So well choreographed. It's just beautiful to see it flowing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Galactic Star Cruiser sword fighting, is it? It's
There's something about this one that is far more acceptable than the second and the third, because the second and the third, they went over the top, and it just didn't seem. It just came out of the reality realm, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with Ian. I feel like the second and third one broke the rules of the universe a bit. A bit like, James Bond skiing off of an iceberg kind of things, like breaking the rules of the Bond universe. The fights, they were over the top and everything, really well choreographed, but they felt real. They felt like they fitted within the world that had been created.
Igo MGK84. Back in the day, we used to use real bullets and kill the stuntmen.
That did happen a couple of times.
I tell you who used to use real bullets, and that's way back in the 40s, James Cagney. In films, when you see him using a Tommy gun, there were real bullets coming out of the gun. And that's as far as I know. Yeah.
Wouldn't want to be the cameraman on that set.
Well, he was far away, had a long lens. But this shot here, you can tell he missed his head, because the guy falls in front of him and he just goes up. You can tell that that's not his head. Anyway, whatever.
I did like this with the wall.
Yeah.
So he just fires a cheeky one in the top of the wall.
Like, for instance, if you watch Hard Target, that shooting stuff was way over the top, but it was John Woo way over the top, and there was loads of little fantasy moments in there that you can never do. But in this, it kept it quite grounded, but there was slight moments of superhuman-ish stuff from Keanu, but not too over the top. But in the second one, it just went over the top as far as I was concerned.
I actually quite like. I've got a bit of a soft spot for Hard Target. I quite liked it.
I like Hard Target.
I like the action, slow motion action stuff. Motorbikes
Yeah.
And see, I'm a big fan of Mission Impossible 2, which is the one that everybody hates. But
I
thought it was all right. Yeah, second one was all right. That's JJ, isn't it?
It's just,
No,
that's the one. This John
Woo directed it.
Yeah, I thought it was all right.
I thought all the motorbike stuff, all the slow motion gunfights, I loved it. I like the music
That's
in it.
Doug Ray Scott, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and I thought he was a great villain. Thandie Newton, she was all right, but I just really liked the film and liked the story. And I don't know why it gets such bad. We need to do another stream about that.
Well, the reason why it gets such bad is because the story didn't make any sense. So that's
with the virus and all of that.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
I probably didn't overanalyze it at the time, but I enjoyed watching it. It took my dad to see it. So
Isaac Cox.
He's changed his name.
He's changed his name by Deepole at Mr. Brown Eyes Husband. Would putting bullet time in this be a bit of a bit on the nose?
Yeah, I guess. But you can tell that's that's definitely After Effects that they've used there on his face. That light on his face doesn't look real at all. I could do that on Photoshop.
When I was watching
that's not a studio light.
when I was
it's
watching
not.
the film today,
Mm.
I don't think there was any recoil on any of the guns when they were
Of course
firing.
there isn't. Of course
Yeah.
there isn't.
I specifically noticed that today. There was no recoil.
Mm.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
I mean, you've got to instill that in your
The
actors.
thing is, though, it's what I don't understand. Right, it's obvious they're not even using blank firing guns here. They're using prop guns or
Rubber
BB guns or something like that.
yeah.
Why? I mean, they've got a crap load of money. Why don't they create guns that, when they pull the trigger, a light source comes out of it? They don't have to put, After Effects on their face. They should do that instead of,
Maybe-
obviously a specialized gun.
Not that hard to do that either.
No, it's not. But
Did you ever visit Alien War, Ian, when that was in Trocadero? Do you remember
Yes,
that?
yes.
Yeah, I used to work there, and
Cool.
they instilled the guns there that had the massive muzzle flashes.
Mm.
And
my
it was all
Oh.
linked into the sound system. It was incredibly
I
clever.
I always wanted to go to Alien War, and I never got the chance. They took it off before I could get to London because I was like too young at the time, But
Right.
God, it looked amazing. It really did.
It was yeah. I mean, it was what's what it was. It was like a really cool fun house with aliens in it, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we used to put a plant in the groups, so there was always this. At one point, the lift gets jammed, and somebody has to open the door, and that person that opens the door is actually a plant, and an alien comes in and rips them out and takes them.
Nice.
Here you go, folks. Franco, I liked the Mission Impossible series. I never watched the films.
He's talking about the original series with Martin Landau. And,
Yeah.
yeah. I did. It was good show.
I will
It
say
is good film.
the
It's good
last couple of Mission Impossible films have been fantastic, especially the last one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was
they really notched
absolute
up the
top
practical
draw.
stunts and
Yeah.
Can't wait for the new one.
yeah, that's going to be interesting. A lot of UK
Franco, you
films.
should check out Mission Impossible. They just get better and better and better.
They do. And on the last one, there's little moments in there that I thought was quite nicely written. But we're not talking about John Wick.
Yeah, we're going on all
Okay.
kinds of tangents. That never happens.
Now this part I did like. He just he grabbed this guy.
Breaks the guy's neck.
He just
Yeah,
threw him on the counter and just punched his head or his neck, and it just broke. And you could just hear it go. And it's like, fucking hell, that is brutal.
I feel like
That
I
is
want to
proper.
watch this. I want to watch this again after this.
That is properly brutal.
Yeah, they didn't really pull any punches on the violence, if you'll pardon the pun.
Yeah, all this fighting was just fantastic. Very difficult to get stills because everything was just blurred.
Yeah, you've done a pretty good job with it.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like about this fight is that you can see stuff. When you watch Born Legacy, actually Born Legacy wasn't too bad. I think the last Born Identity film was absolutely awful, and you couldn't see anything when they were fighting. It was just bad cutting and stuff.
It was not good,
Yeah.
which was a shame.
Mm.
Here you go, Franco. Not a fan of Tom Cruise.
Me neither.
Well, he's an acquired taste, isn't he?
Have you tasted him?
Well,
It's weird.
we
it's on my to-do list, and I'm told he's up for it. So
we always say whatever you think about Tom Cruise on a personal level, when it comes to delivering the goods on film, the guy's a professional, and you got to respect that.
yeah, he doesn't bring his Scientology stuff to set.
Got to respect that. Got to respect that.
But the reason
Here
why
you go. Yeah, there you
the
go.
reason why he's good is because he has absolutely nothing in
Cheers,
his life
Marvin.
apart from making movies. That's why he's obsessed
And aircraft.
and karate
Well-
and flying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Trust Tom to just deliver a Star Wars film set in modern day America with fighter jets.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
it made nearly, $1.5 billion, folks.
Yeah.
And he wasn't doing anything out of the ordinary, just telling a decent story, how it used to be told.
I got to go to the cast and crew screening of that in London and nearly pulled someone's nuts off, which was because I fell out of the chair while I was trying to go to the loo. It was so embarrassing, and I just tried to grab onto something, and I ended up grabbing onto this guy's nuts. That was probably one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. Thought I'd share that with you and your audience.
Yeah, Tom wasn't too happy about that.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get to taste him. You know, he was about. I was being too forward.
I do like this bit where he's trying to kill this guy, but
CGI knife.
He turns his knife on him, and the next thing it's just covered in blood.
Yeah, it's really badly done, that CGI knife. Anyway,
not quite as good as the scene in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
And then the doorbell rings.
Are you working again, John? So funny. Well, you have a good night. I can't remember what he said, but something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know, I totally forgot about that bit.
You working again? No, just sort of sort some stuff out.
Sorting a few things out, and then he sees the body on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have done drinking game. Yeah, Frankie's End. We should have done. I think would be trolleyed by now.
What was that last line he says? Well, I'll leave you be then.
Yeah.
He walks off.
And then he just walks off, yeah.
Take a drink every time there's violence on screen. That would, yeah.
I love he was Luther in The Warriors, and he was also the guy that Arnold Schwarzenegger threw off a cliff.
Oh, yes. Sully.
Yeah, Sully,
Yeah, that's right. God, he was, yeah. Warriors come out to play.
Yeah.
That guy.
And when he falls, he goes, ooh la la, doesn't he? When what's his name? Let's go with him. When Arnie lets go with him.
Yeah.
Remember when I told you I was going to kill you last? I lied.
Yeah, I lied.
Yeah.
Who's John ringing now? Is he ringing...
He's ringing, he's ringing the cleaners.
Oh, yes.
He's getting Sully, he's got the money for the cleaners. And he said, reservation for 12, please, he says to him. Says that on the phone.
Oh, is that him? Yes.
Yes, that's him. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Ooh, la, la.
Did you recognise him, Swappers? Sully from Commando.
I thought it looked familiar, but I didn't know where I knew him from.
Yeah.
Mm.
So next time you watch Commando, just listen to him say, ooh la la, when he falls. It's really weird. It's so weird.
Because he's French.
No, he's not French. I don't know what he's doing, really. But he's a good actor as well.
I like that. Waste disposal, industrial cleaners.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's had a pretty long career, that guy.
There you go, Andy Mouse. Ooh la la.
Yeah. And
David Patrick Kelly, that's his name.
All right. And he'll always be remembered with the guy with the bottles. Warriors come out to play with the bottles. Always.
Yeah, he did a lot of stuff with Walter Hill, actually. Quite a few little bits and pieces.
Yeah, he was in that one with Bruce Willis, wasn't he?
Last Man Standing.
That's the one. Yeah.
I watched that again recently, and I enjoyed it more than when I saw it at the cinema.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
This is where clearing all the bodies up then.
Yeah.
So you can't beat a good montage.
They're all like rappers, don't they? There's people that clean out the place.
Just look how many bodies. Unbelievable.
12. Reservation for 12.
Yeah. 12 coins. Yeah.
Yeah. Reservation for 12, please.
12 coins, 12 reservation, yeah.
I wonder what they do with all the bodies. You think they feed them to a bunch of pigs like in...
I don't know. There's something to the bodies, don't there?
Pigs will eat anything.
The same organisation that provides Henchmen Are Us also provides a sub-cleaning service called Removal Bodies Are Us for any eventualities.
Mr. Wolf from Pulp Fiction's the managing director.
There you go. Yeah, that would be a great pitch for a movie, right there.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be hearing from you anytime soon, he says to him.
So this is where Tarazov says, blow the wolf to the hen. Is the hen Marcus then?
I
I
don't
think
know.
is this where he gets involved now?
I don't know.
You want to get involved?
JJ lens flare.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
There you go.
Back in my day, that was called shit filming, but everybody seems to think it's great now. I just don't like it.
What's interesting that everyone's house is really dull looking.
Yeah.
That
No one
colour.
has any bright lights or anything. Do
No,
they?
no one.
Everyone does stuff in the dark.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, I'm something of a salad maker myself.
Myself. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is where Tarasov goes to see Marcus.
That a boy, Peter.
Is this where he offers him 2 million then to do the job?
He was not going to kill him though, because they're
No.
friends.
Yeah, they go back, don't they? And this is where he sniffs the health drink, which I thought was
Yeah.
quite funny.
But in real life, Willem Dafoe's very, very, very much into health kick, and he's much healthier than me, and he's older than me. Jesus.
Isn't he a Buddhist or something like that?
I don't know.
Not like Steven Seagal's a Buddhist. I mean, like a real one.
I don't know.
He's a great actor, isn't he?
Yeah.
He
He's
is.
very fit for his age.
You know
Incredibly
when actors get sort of typecast, don't they? And you can't think of an actor in any other role other than one particular like standout role. That's what's happened with Willem Dafoe. I mean, I think he's been great in so many roles, but whenever I see his face, I just think of Lars von Trier movies, and it just gives me shudders. It's like,
Yeah.
He did all his own stunts for No Way Home.
He did. He's very fit for his age. He's
Did it all himself.
Yeah, he's a man of age, but he's very, as I said, he pumps that iron, basically.
Would
Sure
we
he's
love to see a new Spider-Man film with Toby, older one?
I would.
I think everyone would.
I'm sorry, I'm done with superhero films. I just can't.
No, I am done with superhero films, but not certain ones.
Spider-Man will always have time for
Spider-Man.
Makes no sense, Mr. B. That sentence.
Sony Pictures have got our goodwill, I think.
You mean from the last Spider-Man film?
And anything to do with Sony, I will say at the moment, yes.
Unless it's another Mobius, the living vampire.
Well,
yeah.
I saw that. I saw the thing on Sky, and I was going to watch it, and then I thought, nah.
You chose
wisely. Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed.
So he's put a contract out on him.
Yeah.
And this is where, Defoe accepts it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he's pretending to accept it, put it that way.
After a bit of back and forth.
Romeo's. Bear with me. I'll just say Franco, Deadpool 1 and 2 were great.
Yes.
They were. Number
Yes,
one
they
was
were.
good. Romeo.
They're good fun.
Defoe deserved an Oscar for Platoon.
He did. He was great in that.
He did. Wasn't he nominated? I think he was nominated, if I remember rightly, but didn't get it.
I was at the premiere of Platoon in England.
Oh wow!
That was at the Odeon Leicester Square.
It was indeed.
And do you remember
Name dropping, folks.
when one of the guys got killed? It was that tall, geeky-looking guy, and it was to do with the tunnel rat scene. So you'd remember this. Somebody shouted out 180 like a darts match from the back of the cinema.
I think I remember that.
Everybody turned around and they were looking for who said that and wanted to lynch him.
I think I remember that. I remember something odd happening.
Wasn't you?
Yeah, that was it. It was like because the film was so intense. It was like
It was.
you could hear a pin drop at that premiere.
That's really funny.
Completely packed out. I was in the upper circle.
I was sitting next to Rudolph Walker.
No,
That's why I was sitting next to Rudolph Walker, and behind me was little Ronnie Corbett. I remember that. Yeah.
not in the toilet taking coke.
No.
Was he sat on a pillow so he could see over your head?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of stars there. It's crazy.
In the chat, Melvin Deeply, hello Melvin. What did you all think of Guardians of the Galaxy Xmas special?
I haven't seen it. I want
I
to
haven't
see
seen
it.
it either. The
It
Christmas
was acceptable, Melvin.
Oh, was it?
I've not seen it.
Probably the best thing Disney have done in 2-3 years.
I didn't like the second film. I thought the whole storyline with Kurt Russell, much as I love Kurt Russell and everything, I just didn't like the storyline. I thought it was a bit crap.
Swappers, did you see it?
Not yet. Not yet. No, not had a chance. But you've not really made me want to rush out and see it, to be honest with you, Brown. After that,
It was okay. It was okay. Genuinely, it was okay.
I did kind of like it. I did kind of like it. I mean, I do like the ending when they gave that send off to Yondu. Oh, sorry, but yeah. So I did like it. I do agree that that it's not as good as the first one though, but I did like it.
Oh, you're talking about the second?
Yeah, I'll just say to the chat, guys, I have seen Guardians of the Galaxy Xmas special.
Is it good?
Is it better than the Star Wars Christmas special?
I've never seen it. It's it was okay, folks. It was fun. I know there's all this problem with the Disney stuff, and I think the only reason why it was a I will say acceptable. There was a moment where I thought, okay, but that's because I've been tainted with everything that's going on. But I think James Gunn did a good job on it. So
okay. So is it like a feature length film or
it's
what?
it's just basically a 42 a 4 to 42 minute episode,
right?
And they're all in it, and it was fun.
And what's that on the Disney Channel? Is it or
Disney Minus? Yes.
Right. Okay. Oh, we'll
okay.
go and watch that after this.
Yes, it was okay. It was okay. Yeah, it's just a 42-minute episode.
MC, it's better than the Star Wars one. Yeah, that won't be hard.
Okay, so yeah, James Gunn really knocking it out of the park at the moment.
Yeah, he's a pretty good director.
Yeah,
really did like the first Guardians film.
So did I.
I'll go and see another Guardians movie. That I will go and see.
That will be his last Disney Marvel film, won't it?
Well, I think they asked Spielberg, do you watch Marvel movies? He says yes, and they said to him which one was his favorite, and he said Guardians of the Galaxy. So there you go.
Yeah. Because it didn't feel like a superhero movie.
No, it didn't. Yeah.
It just felt like interesting characters, in a
lot of fun
world. Yeah, ton of fun.
Yeah,
and I thought Vin Diesel's dialogue was amazing.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Oh yeah, Vin Diesel is in the Guardians special.
Yeah,
doesn't say much, but
I can guess what line he does say now.
Did anybody see the Paul Chato? Or Chato stream this week or vid about gear porn for men. Anybody watch it?
No, what's
that? I'm not familiar with this term. And
nor am I.
Gun. Well, it's just basically he said gun. Is it gun porn or gear porn? It's just men enjoy watching montages of guns being assembled, etc., etc.
Oh, yeah.
No.
And we don't see any of that anymore in films. See, Frank has seen it.
Oh, well, you mean like the tooling up sequences and that?
Yeah.
Kind of
So, plenty of tooling up sequences in this film.
In John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's more than one actually, if I remember right.
Yeah, gadget porn. It is
gadget
men
porn.
love.
There we go.
Yeah.
I feel more comfortable with that term. Gear porn is a bit, that can mean anything.
Well, Paul Chato is Hungarian Canadian.
Well, yeah, gadget porn.
So there is lots of drone shots flying above the city, which looks quite good.
Yeah, it's just fillers.
Yeah, there you go, gear porn. So you've been there, Ian?
Yeah, been there.
So that is genuine.
No, outside is not inside. So at this building here is not what you see inside. So I don't know where this building is.
Oh, that's not the hotel that you.
No,
that's okay.
Right.
No,
so the hotel I was staying at was the Hotel Wilcott, and basically inside the hotel is what you see in the film. So at the I don't know where they shot the outside one, but there you go.
Sorry, Melvin. Chateau, isn't it? Sorry, mate. Potatoes.
Potato.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Tomato. That made no sense. I need to drink more wine.
Right, so he's checking in at the hotel, isn't he?
He is indeed.
Right, come on, let's motor through these. And Marcus is there out the front. John said, Zed, that looks like a place in Brooklyn. Was shot in New York.
There's it might be the same building they use for the Daily Bugle. Because in Spider-Man films, the Daily
okay.
Bugle building is it might be the same building.
Stylized lens flares.
Well, I didn't go over the
Adrian
top with it.
Palicki.
Yeah, the one thing I don't like about this woman is that little thing in the middle between
know.
her eyes.
I know.
It really does bother me when I look at her.
She
some
was
reason.
she was great in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And
She played Wonder Woman, didn't she, in a TV pilot
did she?
that didn't get picked up? Yeah.
oh, okay. She was
So,
also
yeah.
good in what do you call it? The Orville.
Yeah.
Oh, that's her from the Orville.
It is,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't recognise her.
Well, you recognise the dot between her eyes, surely.
Wasn't she in like a Resident Evil or something film?
I've not seen many of those.
I haven't either. It's not my bag. Here you go, MC Orville. Yeah.
Yeah, I do like the Orville.
Let's move at speed through these. So, what's the name of her character here? Perkins. She's an assassin. They're all assassins, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all assassins. Even the guy behind the counter is assassin.
This guy's great, though, isn't he?
Peter Bishop. Yeah, he's
Fantastic.
great. As I said, I really liked him in Fringe. He was pretty cool.
Gold coin exchange.
Give him the gold coin, yeah.
Melvin Deeply says she's a real stunt woman, wasn't she?
I don't know. She?
Possibly because she did all her own stunts in this film.
She has a fight with Liz Hurley in the Wonder Woman pilot, which is quite fun at the end.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, just look it up on YouTube. Just look it up on YouTube.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Is the whole thing on there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
She plays Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman has trousers in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool. Moving on then.
Yeah, there you go.
Here you go, John Zed. Sorry, mate. Here you go. Welcome back, Mr. Wick.
Wick, yeah.
Yeah, there's the man, Mr. Riddick.
Look, even the hotel room is all dark and I mean, even though it looks swanky, it's darkened the same color as his apartment.
Yeah, it only gets 3 stars on TripAdvisor.
Yeah.
This is where he's going to meet Winston.
Yeah, and in the Wilcott, which is the basement thing that they have. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
I don't think Ian McShane was the original casting, was he?
No,
who it was.
someone else would dropped out, if I remember rightly.
And they're probably kicking themselves now, aren't they?
Well,
I think Ian McShane's a great actor. It's the voice.
yeah, he was the linchpin of Deadwood. If you saw that show, it's a shame that got cancelled. It was at least they did a movie to finish it off, but could have gone for another couple of seasons, I thought.
Somehow I got the feeling, because he meets this woman in here that knew him very well, somehow I got the feeling there was more scenes with her in it and they cut it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bar woman, yeah.
Yeah. Lovejoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selling some antiques.
Yeah.
So what's he asking? He says, are you back in or are you here on business?
He wants to know where, what's his name is, where to find him, the son, where to find him.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah.
Vodka martini.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yeah. Here you go, folks. Time Prophet. I have seen every episode of Lovejoy.
Well,
Good for you.
My condolences, sir.
I was expecting him to turn around and speak to us. Breaking the fourth wall. Yeah.
Adventures in the antique trade have never been so exciting.
So John Wick's leaving,
Winston.
and this is the bartender girl, isn't it? The
Yeah,
bar
that's what I'm
person.
saying. I
Yeah.
just got a feeling that she probably was more in it, but they probably cut her
Yeah.
out.
She said you look vulnerable.
Oh, that's I've seen her in a couple of other things. Isn't Bridget Catherine Regan? I think.
Is it?
Yeah, plays that part.
She'd
can
make a
rub me
good
all over
She-Hulk.
anytime.
What do you think?
Easy.
She-Hulk? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I no, see, I haven't watched She-Hulk, so I couldn't tell you who's in that.
It's
Lucky
crap.
you.
Don't bother.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are so many shows to watch, and I was not putting that on my list.
I'd avoid that. Is that the name of the? Who's that then? Can't make that out. Is that the assassin?
I can't remember.
Or is that the
He
bar
was
person?
in. So that barmaid lady was in Agent Carter and The Last Ship.
Ah, okay.
Probably her two biggest credits. I did watch the first season of The Last Ship, but it got a little bit boring.
There you go. MC, The Last Ship. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridget Regan. Well done,
She
MC.
was cast in as Poison Ivy in the third season of Batwoman. So, which I also did not watch. So there you go, from bartender to big things.
Why?
Okay,
Why would you watch it?
I'm not a sadist, so I
Exactly.
Okay, so we'll speed through these slides because this is the nightclub scene.
Let's shoot him up. I love when he goes to the club and he meets that guy and he points his gun at him and he goes, Mr. Wick. Yeah, he goes, I think you should have the night off. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Wick. And he walks off.
I love this. His suit carrier is just full of
Yeah.
artillery. It's brilliant.
Yeah. Everyone needs one of those.
Yeah. So he's putting a bulletproof vest on. See, this is gear porn, isn't it? Doing all this. This is what men love, gear porn.
Gear porn. Never heard it quite said.
I mean,
that.
I wouldn't sit down to watch compilations of it. I'm quite happy to have it in my movie.
But they do look great,
of
though.
this genre, but
But you know what? You know that is true because I went to see Die Hard for the Action Festival, and the director was there, and he said that the producers told him he had to have a scene where guns were just firing. So you know the bit in Predator where they're firing at trying to find that
John
goes on
McClane.
for just less than a minute. They said the people wanted that shot in the film. It wasn't originally in the film. So there was a time in the 80s when, I guess they were trying to advertise their guns.
Took 22 people to see Die Hard.
This is the guy from Nobody.
Yes, it is. Yeah, the one that gets teeth smacked out in the bus.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a stuntman. He's a stuntman. Yeah.
he's a stunt man. He choreographed all the fights, didn't he? Nobody.
Yeah.
Same character then?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Might be getting his own spin-off series.
Yeah.
Where he has his teeth replaced.
Yeah.
It's a great scene.
Do we have any more shots of cars? So I feel that Swap Shop should be able to contribute more.
See this guy here, right? Oh, no, the guy with the beard. That's it. It's not him. It's another guy with the beard. He stars in a lot of these films. He's a stuntman. If you look closely, he was in the second one as well. You might get a still with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
That guy there, the
No, not him.
No,
There's another guy. He's like quite big build and he has a beard.
Right.
And if you look closely, he's in the second one and he's in the third one with a wig on. They use loads of stunt people. So yeah.
That's from those Henchmen or Us corporation.
Yeah.
This is where Losef is enjoying himself,
Yeah.
Lucky man.
and John's
I
coming.
know. I feel I could stand in for that scene for a little bit.
So they're all arriving. All his crew. The bouncer.
Yeah.
You'll see
Takes
him.
him in.
There's the guy from Billions again.
There he is again with his
My
teeth
job
intact.
is to keep you safe, not babysit a drunkard. So
You've
this
lost
is
weight.
because he knows him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. That's the one thing I like about this, especially with Nobody as well. They did the same thing, didn't they? You know, the bit with the tattoo, and it's like, oh, thanks for your service. And that guy, remember, he locks the door and stuff like that. It just makes you wonder about his past. This was really good until they reveal his past in the second and the third one. It's Francis, isn't it? Hello, Francis.
I think
Mr.
she'll
Wick.
take the night off.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, thank you. What does he say? Are you here on business, sir? He says to him. Afraid so, Francis.
Oliver says the red circle sequence is amazing. It's not bad. So yeah, he's in the background there. It's just great.
Yeah, I remember that. This is like the bathroom, isn't it, or something in the club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stole my
You
car.
stole my car and killed my dog. Fuck you.
Because he drowns him in the thing, doesn't he? In the sink. And this is where all hell breaks loose now, isn't it? Yeah, as I said, guys, a lot of the stills were just blurs, so I've done my best.
Oh, it's all right. I think they're pretty good.
There's a good shot where one of the guys threw John Wick off a balcony and he lands straight on the floor. You can tell it's a visual effect, but it was quite good.
It all looks fantastic.
Lots of blood. You need a bucket full of blood for films like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here. I read somewhere apparently Keanu Reeves was he suffering from flu while he was doing this scene, he was suffering from flu.
Was he?
Yeah, he was ill. He was ill at one point, seriously ill during the shoot.
He did this while he was suffering from flu. I think he had a temperature of 104, 105.
That's right.
Like that.
Yeah.
And he did this while basically wrecked. Can you believe it? I've had flu and it's not nice. And the guy did all this. I think he memorized all the moves in one day as well. Yeah, memorized all the sequence in one day. Guy's amazing.
No way.
Yes way.
Yes way. Yes way.
But I think he just used that time machine telephone box to go back in time.
Yeah.
And then just said he did it in a day.
The thing is, though, John Wick isn't indestructible. I mean, he does get punched and, thrown around from time to time, doesn't he? So
this shot here where he could have just killed him. And he just blew the guy, the security guy, the henchman.
Yeah. I guess he wanted him to suffer, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. This guy who's built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, shoots him in the head.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. With the jock on. Yeah.
I mean, see this bit here, you know what I mean, is a bit stupid. I mean, John Wick hasn't missed anyone, but when he's trying to get the main person, he's missing him. It's like, no.
So he shoots the window, isn't it? And just see him
yeah, and he misses him. It's like, you become a stormtrooper now, have you?
Yeah.
Is he trying to do the Die Hard thing and sprinkle the escape exit with glass?
Yeah. Shoot the glass. Yeah, that
He's
bit.
in Finster. Yeah,
Yeah.
just remember that. Great scene.
We're back in business. And he turns around and looks at him. You have that dramatic music. Brilliant.
Man, I miss Alan Rickman from our screens. That's one actor I miss. It's
Fantastic.
definitely him.
I just wish they pissed around too long with Galaxy Quest.
Yeah. A sequel to that would have been that could have done a sequel. That could have done a TV.
Shame on Steven Spielberg and his posse for not doing a sequel.
All the extra scenes on the DVD of that are great, and most of them have got Alan Rickman in, which is fantastic. You know,
There's some really nice moments in this sequence where there's one sequence where he shoots someone. No, he kicks someone. He goes up against wall, and then before he can recover, John Wick's put another magazine in his gun and then shoots him in the head.
Yeah.
It's really, really well done. It really is very, very well done.
It's quite interesting to see the reactions of all the background artists in these different shots. You know,
It's like this was it was just all super fast shots of close range shootings.
Yeah.
Which were quite difficult to get.
Well, you can't do it with blanks, can you? Because they get hurt, and so that it's all CGI.
Look at that! It's just
1 second, just 1 second. Muzzle flashes that you can get anywhere, really.
Yeah.
And that spark is definitely ones that I've used in some of my stuff.
Yeah.
The spark. Yeah, because that spark is too clear. It should be blurred a bit.
Yeah.
Because he's moving at speed. Then again, I don't know.
Everything looks blurred, but that shot, the sparks look
it should be because the bars are slightly blurred, so the spark should be slightly blurred.
But
as well,
when you're watching this at full speed, it looks good.
Yeah.
I remember it holding up.
Oh, this one where he just shoots him in the eye.
Yeah. And I wonder if any of the eye was makeup or was it all CG on that shot?
No, it's CG.
Yeah, it looks CG, doesn't it?
Swappers, is it your type of violence?
Any type of violence is my type of violence, mate. This is just. I remember when I first saw this is the climax of the movie, basically, and it got to this sequence, and everything was happening so fast I couldn't take in what was going on. So the last like shooting or the last bit of violence had just happened, and I was still sitting there thinking about it while watching the next one. It just took my mind so long to catch up.
But it wasn't too fast in a Michael Bay like way.
No, definitely.
Where you just can't fucking tell what's happening. I got it, but you did kind of feel like after you saw it, I kind of want to go hit the rewind and go back and watch that again.
It's definitely rewatchable. This movie.
He just smashes his head down on the counter, and just puts a bullet into it.
And then another one. Now I think about it, I have a vague recollection that me and the ex paused it a couple of times and actually did put it back when we watched it the first time because it was all just so quick.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to see that bit again,
This is where he got shot because he's wearing the bulletproof vest. Goes down.
Yeah. That old chestnut.
Yeah. And
Ian, I didn't realise you directed the wife of my best mate in one of your films.
I think he's on mute.
Fallen Angels, I think it was.
He's on mute. He'll have gone to the toilet. Is that not Emily Booth, is it?
No, Ellie Fairman was in one. I just saw in one of his. See, I nipped out to the loo equally discreetly. No one asked me a question, fortunately. Or at least if they did, I didn't notice.
So he's escaping to the car.
Yeah. And that is the street in New York, I think. That's not a recreation. At least if it
was
is
shot in New York, yeah.
If it is a recreation of that street, it's a very good one.
So yeah, the stuntman from Nobody. He's like the main henchman, isn't he?
Right. That's the same guy that was on the bus.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get killed though on this one because he throws Wick over the balcony, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
And then Wick shoots up, but he's gone, hasn't he? Frankie Zen, here you go. Shout out Emily Booth, now a YouTuber. Yeah, she was on Drinkers the other day.
She was on Drinkers, channel. I was thinking it's a shame I'm not still in touch with Jason Isaacs because I wouldn't mind getting him on for an interview.
Yes, the perfect reminder. Winston, do you know who's going to be Winston? Jason Isaacs.
Really?
Yeah, I read the trivia before I came on. It was dropped out.
And that was it. That was played by Clark, wasn't it? Clark Peters, was it? Was it Clark Peters that played that role?
No, Winston was Ian McShane.
Right. That's who. Yeah, do you
Jason
know what?
Isaac would have been,
I could see Isaacs playing that part actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But McShane is a bit more shady.
So you know Jason Isaacs?
I have met him. I don't know whether that qualifies as saying
Captain Lorca.
I have met him twice, and I did have his phone number for a while until he moved to the States, and we would chat. The thing I always remember him saying to me one time was, "So what have you just done, Jason?" He said, "Oh, I just did this silly little film with Mel Gibson. It's a silly film." And I was like, "Well, what's it called?" The Patriot. And he was great in that. Yeah, I get why he said what he said because it's like Braveheart, but for the War of Independence. But he was just a delicious villain in that movie.
Delicious. Lance, do you want to ask Ian that question you asked him?
Yeah, Ian, I noticed that you've directed the wife of my best friend in one of your films.
What's that? Who's that?
Ellie Fairman.
Oh, she's married to
Jason Fleming.
Jason Fleming, yes. Yeah, in a crappy horror movie called Fallen Angels. Yeah, she's fun to work with. I like Ellie.
Yeah, she's really, really lovely person.
Yeah.
And Michael Ironside, no less, who's massive.
Yeah, he was fun as well.
Channel favourite.
Yeah.
Brought me a beer. Nice guy.
Is Fallen Angel on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on my channel. You can watch it on my channel.
Okay.
Space Hunter Adventures in the Forbidden Zone. Bring me another.
Christ.
Right in that.
Is this where he's asking for
a cleaner?
The laundry. How's the
laundry? Yeah.
Not that good. And he goes, "Oh, I didn't think so," which I thought was quite amusing.
It's quite nice that they have all that sort of like little in-world terminology for different things.
Yeah.
Back and forth with the Continental, and it's all very, very minimal and basic. I liked all that.
Michael Ironside is indeed a legend.
In fact, Michael Ironside was in Nobody. And there you go.
Yes. Did you not see him at Comic Con in London this week?
No, I was working I was meant to be there for 2 days, but I was working the Saturday.
Yeah, he was down there, yeah.
And he was there on a Saturday, and I was there on a Sunday, so I missed him.
Okay, so
yeah, Fleming was at Comic Con. The one just gone.
Fleming?
Jason.
Oh, was he? Oh no,
Yeah,
no, because basically at this Comic Con they had them all in boxes, so you couldn't see them unless you paid to see them. So it was really annoying. Yeah, it's really annoying because in the old days they used to just sit at a table. People used to queue up to see them. So even if you weren't paying to see them, you could just snap them, which is quite nice. But no.
This is the hotel doctor,
and he was in the second one, I think, as well. Was he not?
Yeah, I think
yes.
So. I think so.
Did he get killed in the second one?
No, because he says shoot him in the shoulder, didn't he? Because he helped him out. Yeah. Was that the same guy? I can't remember.
I think it is the same actor.
Okay, this is Defoe, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's going to take him out in the room.
Yeah, it's Defoe. Peter. Defoe.
Was he
Always
going
makes
to
me
take
laugh.
him out though in the hotel?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Right.
He was trying to help him, wasn't he? Because he shoots the pillow to tell him that the girl was going to be there.
Ah, right, okay.
Remember? So he was warning him. Otherwise, he would have just taken him out.
Yeah.
So he misses deliberately.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the pillow, yeah.
Mm.
What's the name of this girl again? I've forgotten.
Perkins.
Perkins.
Yeah. Wick Perkins.
Quite handy with a gun.
Yeah. I'm quite
Because-
I'm grateful for digital technology because I tell you, if we didn't have digital technology, we'd never be able to make low budget films, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, I had a combat sequence in the Journey, and in fact, did a cameo playing a mercenary in that, which I instantly regretted after the third take, and forgot how heavy guns and kit and all that, and it was all done with CGI, the stuff, but the guns were real weight,
Yeah.
so we could carry them like they were real weapons, you know.
Yeah.
They were
Perkins is getting double the bounty for doing the job inside the hotel.
Well, she tried.
Here you go, Lance. This one's for you, mate. At the
Yeah.
Outcast Creative.
Love the stream you did. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Love that stream you did last year with Fleming and the Drinker. I've rewatched it a bunch of times. There you go.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm hoping to get Jason back on for another one. I'm still trying to get my friend who was in June. She's promised me she'll come on, but it's scheduled. She's constantly working, so.
Oh wow.
She
Well,
played
if you
Dr. Kynes. She played Dr. Kynes in June. Sharon Duncan Brewster.
if you see Fleming again, tell his wife I said hello.
I shall. I speak to him almost every other day. So.
All right. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, mostly not about work, but I'll definitely pass it on. There's a dedication to him in my screenplay that's coming out in a couple of weeks.
All right. Cool.
So.
Okay, so we're having a bit of a scuffle, bit of a fight. She's very handy, isn't she?
That's a great shot.
And then the phone rings.
Freeze there, Mr.
Yeah,
Ben. Look at that.
Fucking phone rings. Yeah. So the fighting, because there's the guests have been complaining about the noise.
Mm. She does give him a hard time.
Yeah.
Mm. She gives him a very, very, very
she
hard time.
Earns her billing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy,
Mr. Defoe.
I hit him with his rifle. That's a great man spread shot there, Mr. B, that you got.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
See that on the tube fairly regularly.
Yeah.
You know, she smacks his because he got stabbed, didn't he? So she smacks his
wound,
his stitches, don't she? His wound.
Oh,
Yeah,
nasty bitch.
She's so evil.
Yeah. So it's still ringing,
Mm.
and then he gets the towel or the.
Yeah.
So much.
So that's
gun porn.
Adrian Palaki, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's such a shame in England. You have to kind of, you can't have, fake guns anymore, and it's just you have to go for all the rigmarole trying to get some BB guns in. It's crazy. The security that we got these days.
Yeah, I mean, when we were going to shoot in France for this war movie I was doing, that was right after the Paris attacks happened.
Yeah. Well,
and, yeah. So, everything changed and it was all going to get very complicated. But then we got postponed anyway. So,
Shall we read a super chat? I think we should before I forget.
should.
Romeo Tango November Zulu has donated 10
Is that
New Zealand dollars.
New Zealand dollars. That could be worth £500 at the rate we're.
Yeah.
Hail, Mr. Brown. John Wick 1 was just grounded enough to suspend disbelief. The sequels feel like a first-person shooter game.
Yeah.
After all the John Woo references, how about a Woo stream? Maybe even hard-boiled.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'd be well up for that.
I
Because
do like hard boil.
I saw Hard Boiled and Hard Boiled 2 at the cinema. And I did a John Woo all-nighter. Do you remember when they used to do the all-nighters?
Oh,
at the
God,
Plaza
yeah.
Pavilion?
Yeah.
So I did a John Woo all-nighter, and it was Hard Boiled 2, the Hit guy. There's like 5 of them. And,
Swappers, have you seen hard-boiled? I can't remember them.
You know what? It's been because they were a while
So
back.
long.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've seen them or not. I really can't remember.
came out about a year after Die Hard, or around that sort of time. So like late 80s, going into early 90s, might have been 91. 92.
Here you go.
It's got a massive scene in a hospital where they're abseiling babies down the side to get them out, and there's just endless shooting and endless extras getting killed.
Melvin Deeply, Hard-Boiled was a good movie. Okay.
Yeah, it's so over the top, but it's
okay. Let's get through these slides, or we're going to be here all night. Okay, so
that's a good shot.
is this where she?
He knocks her out because he puts the sheet over her head, drags her out of the hotel
Trying to
room.
get some information out of her. What's the information? I've forgotten.
Who
sent?
paid her? Yeah, who sent you? So, and then the guy from next door comes out, doesn't he? And he gives him a coin to look after her for a bit.
Yeah. So she says Tara's off, and they're at the church.
Oh, that bit was hilarious when he shoots the priest in the in the leg.
Did you
This
know
is where she's saying the
to,
church.
Scott Grimes?
Sorry?
Adrienne Palaki's married to Scott Grimes.
Oh,
Well, it
really?
used to be.
Well, they're still married, but she's filed for divorce.
Yeah, no, they got married then divorced a month later.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
from her husband of 2 months,
Unbelievable.
and then has filed for divorce. Then they made up, and then filed for divorce a second
Again.
time. Yeah,
But you know what's it's just the craziness of Hollywood, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
that's
it
what
is.
it is.
I mean, because they must have met on the Orville, and I mean, you're going to be working together. I don't know, man. That's a bit too in each other's pockets 24/7, isn't it?
Is it Stockholm syndrome?
They're all crazy in
The
Hollywood.
important thing is that she's available, and I'm single, so that
Yeah, Adrienne, I've always had a thing for you.
she can command my ship anytime.
I really can't get past that dot between their eyes. I really can't. So you guys are welcome to
Look
it.
at this. I'm going to have to have a look now.
Well, you don't notice that dot
String
between
killer.
The pimple.
the pimple between her eyes. Yeah.
Oh, it's quite enticing. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
really?
character, mate.
So works for me.
Works for you.
Adrienne, if you're listening and you're an avid fan of the
I think
Little Free Alliance,
It's the perfect teeth I'd find slightly. So I know it's a very American thing.
the teeth on set are very intimidating.
Just perfect teeth is like, whoa.
Yeah, and I'm missing like 7 of mine, and the rest
Yeah,
of
do you
them
know
are
what I mean?
in
It's
really
like,
bad shape.
whoa,
You know,
whoa. Perfect
Yeah.
American teeth. Perfect
Hits her-
veneers. Incredible.
Hits her with a gun, doesn't he? Knocks her out.
Yeah.
And
pistol
what's his
whips
name
her,
comes out the door and he goes, Wick.
Yeah, here you go. MC is just as shallow as you, Ian.
I think
There
I
you
can
go.
get past the dot. I think I can agree with that.
No, it's not that. It's
It's a beauty mark.
The first time I saw her, I was like, "What the hell's that between her eyes?" And now I just can't unsee it. I really can't. So
It's just what do they call them?
I don't know.
like
It's
a-
just ridiculous.
Birthmark. Going back to the film, how many pairs of boxer shorts do you think Keanu Reeves got through when he filmed this sequence?
All of them.
10.
You're running around. It's all action. It's all physical. Punching fights. You got studio lights. You're on a
Yeah.
set. You're going to be sweating. That's a lot of pairs of boxers.
Well, would anybody care? But anyway.
They probably sell them off really expensive to all these female fans. Just shove them on eBay and make
could
an
be a
absolute
really good
fortune.
sideline for Keanu. Could do that for every movie, couldn't he?
He could.
Make a lot of money for charity.
He's probably not short of a few bob though.
So this is where he gives the guy a coin to.
Look after her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That was kind of cool. I thought, kind of like
So-
that.
at the church. Anybody, I will say, anybody, MC, are you listening? Anybody who has watched Banshee,
Oh, I love Banshee, man. You
Well,
got to do a stream about that sometime.
anybody who's watched Banshee will love this sequence. Yeah.
Yeah, Banshee is so great. I can't believe how many people haven't seen it.
Fucking Banshee is incredible.
Yeah, loved it. It's good.
Uh,
Keep telling Drinker to watch it.
Season 3 of Banshee is probably the best season of TV I've ever watched.
Yeah, it's not my favourite show of all time, but it's definitely in my top 20 for sure.
Banshee's incredible, even better on the second time around. Okay.
Yeah, do you know what? I need to watch it again because I've only seen it once, and then I watched 6 seasons in about like 4 weeks or something because my missus didn't want to watch anything else until we were done with it.
I will say, everybody in the chats, I've said many times, watch Banshee. You will not be disappointed. If you can get past the first episode, trust me, you'll be in.
Yeah, it picks up very quickly, and you just got such great characters in it, like the Amish and all of them.
It's incredible. Kai Proctor is amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Good.
This is where the here you go, look, MC. Everybody should watch Banshee.
Indeed,
Yes, they should.
Indeed, they should.
Romeo, Banshee is fantastic. Such an underrated show. Season 3 is indeed awesome. Anyway, this is where the doctor says you have to take painkillers to get through what you're going to do, and there he goes. This is great though when he just walks in the church.
It kills everyone. He shoots the two people that were obviously working for, and then he shoots the guy above as well.
It's probably the same church as the Banshee church.
Oh yeah, is it? I don't know.
Looks like
Wasn't
it.
that church? Wasn't the church in Banshee a bit smaller?
No, it was when he was taking out the Ben. The guy who was in Star Trek, the guy who died recently, the British actor Ben. He played
Kenobi.
he played Spock's father in the 2009.
Oh, Ben. What's his name?
Oh, but yeah, who was in Bridge Too Far?
Yeah.
Ben,
thank you, Romeo. Wingman of the channel, Ben Cross.
Yeah, he's got
because he was the Ukrainian gangster in. He was the father, wasn't he?
That's right. Yeah, very creepy.
Listen, guys, everybody watch Banshee. Trust me.
Yeah, we're getting sidetracked a bit.
I am quite tempted to watch it again for the third time. It's just so fucking good.
I might actually. Is there a Blu-ray box set of it? That's something I might.
There is a complete box set. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I might have to have a pop into FOP.
Okay, so he's just walking in, and he's just gonna. This is where he shoots the priest.
That was a good gun flash that you had frozen there. That's a pretty realistic one for an automatic weapon.
These took ages.
Wow, you know.
So this
that's why we pay you the big bucks, man.
Yeah. So there's a gun flash from the gangster shooting Wick, and then Wick just fires up as well to the guys on the balcony.
Yeah, kills him, and then he tells him,
"Do you know?"
Yeah.
Time Profit. I'm not watching Banshee because I hate Indian movies with all the dancing.
It's not an Indian film.
I would laugh if that was funny and if I didn't think he would be missing out. But there you go.
Yeah. What's Banshee about? Andy, just watch the first episode, man, and you'll see.
It's about the guy from The Boys who beats people up.
Yeah.
Anthony Starr in Banshee is fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
Lucas
really
Hood.
Good. Avatar would have been so much better if Anthony Starr had played the lead in that, because he would have been perfect for that role.
You're joking? Was he supposed to be in that?
No, I don't know whether he was up for it or not, but I just think, he could have played Jack Sully.
Yeah, Avatar 2 out in a month, isn't it?
I'm going to see it with my friend's kids. We just took them to see the first one in 4D, where we got thrown around in the chairs. So that was entertaining.
Was that Cineworld?
Yeah, it was the one in Greenwich.
Mm.
And you get sprayed with water, and
Yeah, we can turn that off.
well, I didn't even know. Well, anyway, I've never experienced it before, so I thought I might as well go and see the full Monty. But God, I wouldn't want to watch a John Wick film.
Yeah, probably get shot.
Thrown around in your chair every 2 minutes, you know.
This is where Wick is just going to destroy all of Tarasov's assets in one hit.
Well, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Open it.
Mm.
Fucking hell, this is just so fucking this is just, it's like watching Banshee, but there you go.
Yeah. I can see where you're going with that.
That bloke spitting out some blood there.
Yeah. So he opens the vault.
Goes, oh, hello.
Oh, ding dong.
Get out. Yeah, get out.
We were just clocking off.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Did he say he says have the day off, ladies, or something? I can't remember. And then all the coins, see all the coins there, and then all the money and CDs, which is evidence, isn't it? Blackmailing.
What crap is
evidence.
this, right? He tells the women to leave. If it was a guy, I'd probably shoot him. You see, that's the balance there.
Yeah, that's woke. That terrible.
Woke.
Is that the reverse version of woke? Is that moke?
Moke. I don't know.
So he's putting the flares into the hall.
Burns all the money.
Yeah.
Man, if you have realistic looking money on your film set, oh my god, the complexities of having to sort that out are a proper nightmare.
Yeah.
And it gets brought, by an actual security ban normally, and has to be signed in and signed out and all this kind of thing.
Time Profit, it does have a good story.
Yeah, Banshee's got an amazing story, man. We wouldn't be recommending it to you if it was just non-stop gore. It's got a really
Time
good
Profit, has this channel ever let you down with the recommendations?
Exactly. There you go.
Put down on your Christmas list that you want a Banshee boxed set. You will not be disappointed. If somebody bought me that for Christmas, I'd be cartwheeling with joy.
Actually, I'm going to see how much that is on Amazon. Quickly.
I don't know what the extras and everything are like on it.
Yeah.
There's a mini-series as well, little kind of 10-minute mini-series of each episode as well for characters as well. So there's like a full series and a mini 10-minute episode of series as well, which is quite good, which I haven't seen.
It's 4
Banshee
seasons.
shorts.
How many episodes, Mr. B, was there per season? Was it 12?
I think is there 42 episodes or so. It's not many episodes. It's
So it's
compact.
4 seasons. That is 40 quid on Blu-ray on Amazon right now, or £33 on Black Friday deal and DVD.
Bargain.
So there you go.
Okay, this is where
And he's-
Tazloff is arriving with his boys to the church.
I'm back. I'm thinking. I'm back.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah,
I've said that on set a few times.
yeah. So he's watching from the roof. Franco, I don't think it is on Netflix.
No, I don't think it is. It's Stars. It's Stars.
Yeah.
Created it.
It's on Sky.
It's on. Yeah, it's on. It will be on Sky box sets, I assume.
Yeah, it is. It's on Sky.
Is it? All right, there you go, folks. If you're in the UK, it is on Sky boxed sets.
You can watch it on Sky.
Get it watched. It's fantastic. So the priest is getting a bullet to the head for his troubles. Okay. Meanwhile, back at the hotel,
Back at the ranch.
I thought this guy was from RoboCop. You know, the sergeant.
Nope.
Oh, the
But
one
it's
that
not-
mans the desk, but it's
But it's not. It's not.
That's British actor Clark Peters, who was in.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
God, is his double?
He
And
also
again-
he also invented 5 Five Guys Named Mo, the West End show, and that made him a lot of money.
Okay.
And
time,
there you go. Black guy in it, and he gets it. So,
Token Black, yeah.
Token
Time
Black.
Profit, Mr. Browse, blah, blah, that's me. I haven't got Sky, lol.
Buy
It's
the Blu-ray or the DVD then.
never easy, is it, Time Profit? Never easy.
Yeah. What do you want us to
all
do?
too
Oh,
easy.
you know what you can do? You can buy the graphic novel because it's based on a graphic novel. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I will say, if anybody wants to buy me Banshee box set for Christmas, I certainly would not turn it down.
Well, I've got 3 lines on the lottery tonight, Mr. B, so that box set could be yours if I've got lucky.
She's escaping the handcuffs. And then bang.
Yeah, Ian, if you get a chance to work with Clark Peters, lovely man.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
That's him.
Yeah. Calming presence on your set, you know. Time Profit. I won't be buying graphic novels. I don't read comics.
Boom.
Okay. You're really endearing yourself to us.
See, if this film was made today, she wouldn't still be alive at the end of the movie, this girl.
She wouldn't?
She would
She
still
would.
be alive.
Oh,
Yeah.
she would. Yeah, no, right.
Here you go, folks.
Yeah,
Frankie
Clark Peters
Zen,
from The Wire.
Clark Peters from The Wire there.
Yeah, that's probably his biggest role to date in The Wire.
Is
Most-
Frankie
he's
Zen a
good.
friend of yours?
Most people thought he was American. I've just
Yeah.
met him. It's just really nice. He's not a friend of mine, but I've met him. He's really lovely.
Okay.
And know loads of people that have worked with him.
Complete
saying that.
bitch. She's taken the coin.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you know, minimum payment.
Okay, so outside the church.
This is the bit where John Wick gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
That's where
think
the guy gets
One of your
the...
hats on, hasn't he?
Sorry, say again?
That guy's got one of your hats on.
Yeah.
That's where the guy gets the... Where you just see his brain spray all over the fence.
Yeah.
Again, I did my best to get the muzzle flashes, boys. There is quite a few here, so enjoy.
Lovely one, that is.
Yeah. God, that guy looks like Ray Liotta in that shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good Lord.
Oh, God rest his soul. That was such a shame.
Was.
And now we've lost Irene Cara from fame today.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was sad that I saw that, yeah.
63, man.
Nobody knows why she died yet.
I get the impression she had quite a tough life, especially in later years, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame.
Early 60s, yeah.
Yeah, have another drink, mate. A bit of red wine.
I've got some here.
I just love the assortment of weapons that he carries. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah,
That
when
was
he cocks it, that
in
was
that
good.
training
Love it.
scene, he's practicing with that
Yeah.
particular gun.
It's just incredible.
I'm not particularly au fait with the latest assault rifles available in America's arsenal, but
Is it an
Mr.
AR-15, that?
a variation of it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you into guns,
Does look cool,
swappers?
though.
I love them. Absolutely love them. Don't like being on the receiving end, but I do love holding them. Fired an AR-15 myself. Didn't have quite that muzzle flash, but it was good fun.
Has it got a bit of a kick on the recoil?
I expected all the guns I tried out to be like have a massive recoil, and the AR-15 was pretty controlled. I've got to admit,
Wow.
it's not full auto; it's only semi-auto, but it's like short bursts, and you feel it in your shoulder. But I thought that was really okay. I expected because I fired a shotgun, fired a hand cannon, Desert Eagle, and I thought they were all going to take my wrist off, But they were as long as you're prepared for the shot, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Wow.
What, you fire an Uzi?
I wish. God, that'd be yes.
Them you've got to hang on to. They pop a kick upwards.
Yeah.
About
Ian,
10
have
millimeter plasma.
Phase.
Phase
rifle.
plasma.
The 80-watt range.
Just what you see here, pal.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was you going to say, Ian? Sorry,
Have you
mate.
ever fired a gun, Ian?
No, never. I have loads of replicas, but I don't.
Here you go. I fired a pump-action shotgun. Wow.
Yeah.
I fired one of those. It took out 5 water bottles at once. It was great.
Time Prophet. I have fired rifles and never seen a muzzle flash. Never easy, is it, Time Prophet?
What I want
Never
to know is
easy. Bugger.
if you fire a handgun in the air, does that
Like you
bullet
just don't
come
care?
down? Does it come down?
Yeah,
the
of course it
bullet?
does.
Yeah, it will eventually. Yeah.
So if it comes down on someone's head, will it kill them?
That can happen, especially if it's a rifle.
Right.
They pick up a lot of speed when they come down.
Well, will it only reach terminal velocity though on the way down?
Well, I know there was a famous
So
story.
effectively, be slower than as it goes up.
There was a story in the Middle East where a load of guys fired a load of AK-47s into the air, celebrating something or other, and the bullets came down and killed a load of people in a wedding about like 4 blocks away.
Oh my god!
So yeah.
On that, the sex bots have arrived.
Oh, have they? Sometimes.
Yeah,
Do
guns.
we get one each, or
Guns and girls, folks. Guns and girls. What more? It's the perfect stream.
Can I have the one that looks like Liz Hurley, please?
Only after you can have
Still
seconds,
looks
mate.
good. She still looks good. She still looks
Incredible,
good.
isn't it? She's 55. She's incredible.
She looks good.
Oh my god! Only slightly older than me, so you know.
Here you go. He just
That's a
gets
great
this
story.
guy and just poof, AR-15 to the head.
Now, do you think those bullet hits on the side of the car? Do you think they're CG added, or do you think they're real?
I think that
they've been added. You can tell because they've been multiplied.
really. I thought they
Yeah.
were real when.
No, you can tell because they all look the same. You know,
Right.
they haven't
I
placed them
see
very
what-
well either.
I see what you mean. I mean, I'd be interested to sort of watch it.
They look real to me, but
I mean, look at that
somebody's
grouping.
doing the job well.
Look at
then.
that grouping on the left with the just
Yeah.
under the muzzle flash. That's a bit of a suspicious grouping.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it
The
doesn't.
distance between the four.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're CGI.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. More flashes. This is where he's going to get twatted by the car.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
car, but it's a. I mean, it's a good. I don't know how they did that. CGI. Maybe they placed his face over somebody else. I don't know. But
I don't know. Yeah, I looked at it. It looked like somebody actually got twatted by the car.
They did. But I don't. It's obviously not him.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's the kill count so far? It's 80 something.
I know 88 people. It said 88 was the end count. So
Damn, I should have had a drinking game on this.
It's all.
shit.
It's all the same. It's all the same. Stunt people. It's about 20 of them, and they
Yeah.
just multiplied them. I love this line. I'm back.
So back to the church then. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Is it above the church? I don't know. Is it like a?
Is it church? I don't know. It looks stylish.
no,
It's shot
it's-
with the sun coming through.
Yeah. It's warehouse or something like that, isn't it? Or
Oh, okay.
some place they were building or something like
I
that.
can't remember.
They were going to kill him. They should have just killed him, not talked to him. They just shot him in the head.
But then
Yeah,
the
that's
film would
always-
have finished.
Fatal mistake.
Yeah. He wanted a gloat, didn't he?
Yeah. And he says something. It got personal because of the dog. He was saying that you were out. You could have stayed out. Why did you come back in? And then obviously they're talking about the dog. Lots of lens flares with the halogen lighting. Way more bots.
Yeah, but there weren't too many in this movie, though, were there? Overall, from what I remember.
Nice little cheats there from the DOPs. How are we going to light this scene? Oh, why don't we just have it in shot? Yeah, okay. Well, put the light, put the light in shot. Here you go.
And this is where it says, it was the only thing I had from my wife. Here you go. Tim, I like saying this, Hannah Bomb. John Wick is a very, very bad man.
But if you kill people for a living, not going to be nice, are you?
No.
So glad I gave that up.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it wasn't good for me.
Frankie Zen, I watched John Wick in my old office. Good times.
What about the new office? What's happening there?
Time Profit, being Time Profit, John Wick gets on my wick.
I've got visions of Time Prophet actually sitting in that cloak now, with the hood up, plotting world domination from his office.
With his guitar, yeah.
Has he got a guitar? Has he?
Yeah. So this is where Defoe, again, muzzle flash, folks.
Oh, good shot, Time Prophet, on the sex spot there. I had a whole load of them on my stream the other day, and I didn't have that many people watching, and they just kept coming.
Literally.
Literally, yeah. Literally.
Gets the viewing figures up, though, doesn't it? Maybe we should keep them, because would they stay around? Gets the watch towers up.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah. Let them
Maybe
watch and then delete
maybe I should
afterwards.
do a stream in brackets, sex spots welcome. You know?
Yeah. So he's going to try and kill him by putting a plastic bag over
Yeah, this
his
scene
head.
was particularly grim. That bit with the plastic bag.
So lots of fighting, folks. I'll speed through these.
Oh, nice shot of beaming light through the balls. That's good screen grab there.
Nice rough and ready fight.
Yeah, but John Wick beats the crap out of him, so he kills the guy in Nobody.
Yeah.
Nice lighting knocked over in key position there.
That's right. Absolutely.
Backlight, very handy.
Yeah. Another DOP trick is let's wet the floor. We're outside. It's nighttime. Let's put some water on the ground. Let's wet the floor. And he survives because of Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Very noble, Mr. Mouse.
I was going to say, what one of the main things when I started this channel was to build community. Or communism, according to some channels. Andy Mouse, 123. I might try one of those bots. I will take one for the team at Mr. Brown Alliance.
Well, there you go. That's a community commitment right there.
I salute you, sir.
Send us visuals, mate. Let us know how much of your bank account is emptied.
Yeah. Wick is running through the street now to go after the gangster.
And he gets him as well.
Yeah, there was
another gun.
One of those films with like 3 endings, wasn't it? A bit like the original Terminator movie. You thought it was over, and then there was a bit more, and then there was another little bit.
Yeah.
I remember firing that rifle on Call of Duty Zombies back in the day. Fun time.
So he gets out of the car.
He doesn't even kill him.
He kills he finishes the contract, doesn't he?
Yeah. He says, I'll terminate the contract, but he doesn't even kill him. It's like, well, how can you trust him when he tied him to a chair and tried to suffocate him with a plastic bag? It's like, well, why would you? Why would you let him go? So we can have the climax, I guess.
I think Andy Mouse, if he's going then on those sex spots, he'll be having a full climax.
Where's your son?
Andy was never seen or heard from.
Yeah, here you go. M Duke84. Andy was never seen or heard from again. He died with a smile on his face.
Like that guy in Top Secret with Val Kilmer, if you remember that.
Top Secret, great film, everybody.
Yeah.
Another channel recommendation. Amazing film. So fun.
Cow with the boots on his feet.
Yeah.
Peter Cushing was in that, wasn't he?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had that magnifying glass, didn't he?
And that scene that they filmed backwards or played back
that was
in the
incredible.
movie. The way they choreographed that was really funny.
Omar Sharif was in it as well.
He was, yeah. What fake doggy poo.
Time.
And that was Ian McNeice that said that line from Harry Potter.
Randy Mouse. Very good. Okay, let's get through these then, folks. So this is I did like the kind of clips of video games while he was going to do the money shot, as it were.
Well, he kills everyone, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Does them all in.
yeah. So it's like the safe house. Daddy is regretting what he's done, so he's going to have a smoke.
And why not?
Swappers, you into video games?
Harry Norman will say.
I used to play them a lot more than I do these days. Put it that way.
Oh,
I've
I've
just
not
got
played any
too
video
many
games
other
for ages.
productive things to do in my spare time now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to play Call of Duty Zombies online with like a core group of about 4 people, and we get up to like level 50 and insane things. And
Oh
but
no!
now it's all gone now. Don't
Oh
do it anymore.
no! Andy Mouse 123. I have Sky everything and can't find Banshee. No!
Well, they might have taken it off then.
I think you need
Yeah,
to
more.
go to that
You're gonna have to
sex
buy
box.
that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to buy that Blu-ray box set, mate.
Yeah.
And if you buy the box set, you won't be disappointed, mate. Just see if
No,
you can
you
get it as
won't.
cheap.
You
Just
won't.
try and get the complete box set. See if you can get it as cheap as possible. I
think
guarantee
it's-
you
I think
won't.
The complete version of it's the only one that's available. So
There is an alternative option. You could buy yourself an Amazon Fire Stick and download a little app called Cinema HD.
Not that
And,
we condone such.
But it is possible to do that. It is possible.
yeah, I would never suggest you sail the high seas.
We don't do such things like that on this channel.
No, I don't do such things like that in reality now either.
So more guns.
Roads.
He's killed one of the
We
guys
don't
and he's
need
going
roads.
checking in yet. He's going.
No, he's getting his,
Stop
getting his
playing
beard
that
on.
fucking game.
And then he gets twatted.
There you go.
Gets
can
shot.
see the bullet going
That's a
through his
really
temple.
bad CGI
Oh,
effect.
yeah.
It's so awful. It's
Yeah,
so
Frozen,
awful.
that
It's ridiculous.
doesn't look good, does it?
No.
Guys, at least the guy in the background's looking the right way.
There you go, Frankie Zen
Mm.
at the Time Profit. That's Time Profit. I randomly have the leaked 360 Xbox remake of GoldenEye that was cancelled.
Wow.
God, I'd love to play that.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to talk about those things. So
It's a bestseller, wasn't it?
Wow.
Golden.
That
Frankie
was-
Zen, send me an email, please.
that was a massive game when that came out.
Yeah, it was.
Huge.
That's a generation game for ravers, Lance.
That and Tekken.
Mate, I remember it well. Didn't like the control pad, but that
Yeah.
was a great game.
That's when we used to have sexy women in the credit sequences of Bond films, but now we don't for some reason.
No, we don't.
What kind of women are they now?
I wasn't a fan of the
There's
Craig.
no women.
Yeah.
No, I hated the Craig James Bond.
Yeah, the first one was pretty good, and then after that, I was just
Well,
not-
the first one was good because it was the old team that made it.
yeah,
Martin Campbell and the rest. But then when they
Yeah.
changed the team because of what's his face and the music and the guy who did the music in the last James Bond films were awful.
I can't remember any of it.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it was awful.
Remember any of the score from the last Bond movie?
I hate the
Zimmer, wasn't it?
Ian, I'm with you. I was not
Zimmer
a
just
fan.
copying what you call it on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Okay, Wick has blown up the cars because he had them bombed.
and because we had the budget.
Tavazov is running away.
Is that like film quote? You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors
Oh, he
off.
doors off, so he shoots.
Hold up, lads. I've got an idea.
And this is what we've been waiting for, folks. It was just a... And then he goes,
It's just a fucking
Oof.
dot. Yeah, I remember that.
there you go,
Point blank.
Sure.
boof.
He deserves it though. He really does.
Yeah, he does.
That's a
And he
great
walks
film,
off.
by the way. If you guys haven't seen it, a French movie called Point Blank came out around 2009, 10.
Point Blank.
Yeah, it's called Point Blank. It's awesome film.
I haven't seen it.
You guys would love it. It's a guy who witnesses a murder. Corrupt police are involved, and basically the film just grabs you by the balls and just doesn't let go until the end.
Nice.
So it's a really good, gripping French police kind of hard-hitting drama. Great movie. I saw it at the cinema.
Mm.
Yeah.
I think the last
Okay.
French film I saw in the cinema was Taxi.
Ah, God, I remember that. They made a sequel to that as well.
Yeah, it was good too.
And it got remade in America with Queen Latifah and someone. I don't know. I've never watched that version, but
The taxi needed to be extra strong for her when she climbed in. So there you go.
yeah.
Okay, so we're back at the hotel now. I think is he checking out?
You'd hope so after all that, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Okay, we're on the homeward stretch now, folks.
Yeah.
So he's leaving the hotel, going to meet Marcus.
Freedom Tower.
Yeah. Perkins is watching. And Marcus is going home, and then all the people are just waiting. And he knows something's going on because he sees them following him. And Tazaloff is kind of blaming him for not taking the shot.
Mm.
Because they go way back, don't they? Wick and Marcus. Was he his mentor? I don't know.
No, he wasn't his mentor. They were just friends, weren't they?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's easy money for old William Defoe, isn't it? I mean, how much screen time does he have in this film?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, no.
Getting properly tortured, though.
That's why Wick comes back, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, when he puts the knife in the leg.
He's stupid, though. You know what I mean? He takes the contract off him, and then he allows him to kill his son, and now he wants him dead. It's like, well, you know what John Wick can do. Well, just leave him alone now. Do you know what I mean?
Just
Yeah,
let
but
sleeping
he's such an
dogs
idiot.
lie. Yeah.
Such an idiot.
Not very good work ethic. You're not
So
going to get a lot of
Marcus
return.
has said there's a few tricks in the old dog. Yeah, and then he whips a gun out or something. And then Perkins
But the old Perkins
gurning.
shoots him. It's not good.
Yeah.
That Perkins.
And then Tazaloff shoots him several times, and then he pauses, and then he just does another clip into him. I thought, Jesus, that's certainly making sure.
There would have been blood everywhere if
Yeah.
he did that in real life.
So, Wick, too late. They're watching him arrive at Marcus's place. Perkins. He's just there. Doesn't look too good.
Yeah, he would. His shirt would have been soaked. It would have been red if he put that amount of bullets in him. This is where Perkins gets it.
Does she get a phone call from Winston?
I don't know. I think he says,
Yeah.
"Oh, your thing has been revoked," doesn't he? He says,
Yeah, that's the phone call.
Yeah.
That's the phone call
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then all the people come out and shoot her. She
Yeah.
deserved it.
Chat's having a massive debate about various N64 and Amiga
Yeah, I
games.
saw that. Yeah.
We started something there with the mention of them.
Because if this was made today, she would have killed them all and left Winston.
If this was made today, it would be called Joan Wick.
Yeah.
It would be John Wick. It would be Joan Wick. You know. And Ian McShane's character would be some sort of diehard woman with a crew car.
Yeah, it would be Queen Latifah, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm
It
sure.
would have been.
Andy Mouse, she gets not in a good way either. Agreed, yeah.
Nah.
MGK4, just brush it off, Willem. Yeah. So they just take her all out, which was good for breaking
She
the
deserved
rules.
it. She
For
deserved it.
breaking the rules of the hotel, yeah. And
Oh yeah, and
Sully.
here he comes, Charlie.
Sully, yeah,
Yeah, Charlie
cleaning up the
gives him
mess.
yeah,
Okay.
and he's 2 rappers. Helps him to clean up the mess.
John gets a phone call from Winston saying they're leaving on a helicopter. This is where they are. Great character, Ian McShane.
Yeah.
Better
The third one.
than better than Jason Isaac, do you think, Lance?
Yeah,
this?
I think Jason Isaacs would have been better suited as a villain. I think Ian McShane's got a maturity to him and a kind of a
voice.
scragginess that sort of suits this character.
How old is Ian McShane now?
He's older than Isaacs.
So he must be what?
Fine.
In his
70s?
70s?
Yeah, and Jason Isaacs is still in his late 50s, early 60s,
Right.
I think. I think Isaacs is an amazing actor, though. He's fantastic. I actually, the last time I spoke to him, this was when they were casting for Bond, and I said to him, "Surely you've got to be put up for Bond," because I thought he'd be a great Bond. They probably looked a bit too close to Timothy Dalton. They have a bit of a similar facial features, and he actually said to me, "I don't want to play a cartoon character."
What?
That was his words to that effect.
Oh, right, okay.
He said he felt
Oh, dear.
that role wasn't right for him. He said it would better suit somebody else. I don't think he was trying to diss it. He just said he didn't think he was suited to that kind of character. So, there you go. He's found it.
Good news, yeah. Andy Mouse, 1, 2, 3. I found Banshee. Yay!
Well,
you go.
Andy, you can kiss the rest of your night goodbye then, mate,
Yeah.
because we're about to do 5 episodes in a row. Trust me. Isaac would sound a bit too posh. I don't know whether he means for Ian McShane's part or for Bond's part. I think he would have made a good Bond, but
Melvin says Ian McShane, 80. Wow.
there we go.
Jesus.
And still going strong, you know.
Well, what you call it? Isaacs is better looking than bloody Craig. I couldn't believe it. I mean, when he first started, he looked okay, and then as the films went on, he just became Mr. Potato Head, didn't he?
He looked very grumpy.
Yeah.
He didn't look like he was enjoying himself. I wasn't enjoying it. I mean, they started shooting the second Craig film without a script, for Christ's sake.
I know.
What?
I know.
Yeah.
That was Quantum of Solace.
Yeah, and it was just, and what a stupid title as well. And I just, none of the action scenes in it made any sense. And I just, that was a low point, that movie. That was the worst.
Really? I think it's underrated. But
What,
that's just me.
Quantum?
Yeah, I think it was just the direction that spoiled that.
Which was the one that had the car chase around in Paris and there's like no cars anywhere on any of the streets apart from these 2 people racing all around.
That was
Mission
Spectre.
Impossible.
Yeah, that was.
Oh.
No, it's a Bond movie. Yeah, Spectre
okay.
with
Spectre.
the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. Driving.
Yeah, Spectre.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was in Italy, wasn't it? Where they're doing the
Spectre.
funeral
Yeah.
there.
No, I think it was. I'm sure they're driving along the banks of the Seine. Maybe anyway, it's a major city and there's like no cars anywhere at all.
No, it was somewhere
late in the
Italy
morning.
because they were doing the funeral of.
Do you know what? See that
husband.
shot there? That looks like number 5 I'm Alive just peering.
Yeah, peeking
Oh,
out the
yeah.
car.
Looking around the corner,
Yeah.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny 5.
Yeah.
I saw
Weird.
that at the Odeon Leicester Square when that came out.
I mean, me and you must have passed each other.
I keep telling you, I've met you. We had a conversation. I remember it, and you had the same hat on. You got in the picture.
Okay.
I can't remember. It might have been at a film screening or something, but somebody introduced us. I remember specifically
All right.
being introduced to you because I'm really good with faces, but I'm rubbish with names.
Well, my name is Bond, James Bond.
Brooke Bond.
Exactly. So even
Okay.
if you told me that, I still wouldn't have remembered it.
Wick is reversing, and he's just going to take one. He shoots him as he goes over as he rolls over the roof. He puts
Right.
bullets into him as he goes over the baddie, which was quite good.
This film has like 7 penultimate action scenes, more than I remember.
Yeah. Here you go. Andy Mouse, Sky wants 65 quid. I assume that's Banshee.
Oh, mate, just buy the Blu-ray. It's 33 quid on Amazon right now, man.
Physical media, Andy.
Play it off your Xbox. You got it for life. You can watch it a few more times.
You'll want to watch it several times, mate. It's brilliant.
Shut your kids, you know. Yeah, there you go. Box set's cheaper.
So he's using the car as a weapon to take out several baddies.
I don't know Blu-ray player. I don't own a. Yeah, but that's not you, Time Prophet. We're talking to Andy. Yeah, you know, he actually wants to watch the show. You don't want to see it.
And the gangster, he's just kind of, is he giving up? He's just having a smoke.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Riley from Law and Order again, or
Is that the guy who was given the night off?
well,
earlier?
he probably wishes he had been.
Yeah. I may need to double check that. He's going to get crushed. So another shooter. And this is where he's going to drive around the pedestal or whatever it is and shoot him as he's driving around.
Everybody's hunting for Banshee on eBay now.
He's speaking Russian, and it's saying speak English, and I forget what he said, but then he goes Russian sucker on the way out.
That reminds me of that Clint Eastwood movie, Firefox Thinking Russian.
Yeah,
Think in Russian.
Yeah. It's very, very use the force, Luke, isn't it? And they're flying down
Yeah.
a trench at the time in the middle of the Arctic somewhere.
he shoots the lawyer or the solicitor. This is where the car gets sideswiped, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's your man from Oz again. Dean Winters.
Yeah.
Damn, it's 135.
So the car goes over. This is where Wick, he gets injured, but he crawls out, and then old DP trick starts raining. Ian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
How many of those cars do you reckon they use for that?
5 or 6 probably.
Yeah.
This kind of reminded me a little bit of the Matrix fight where he's fighting Agent Smith in the rain.
Yeah, but this is ridiculous. I mean, look how old the guy is. He could have taken him out with 2 punches, but yet this thing goes on for a bit, and you're like, what the... Anyway, that's why I didn't like this ending at all. Knew he was going to win, but it was just like, well, you could have just taken him out.
He grabs the knife to stab himself so he can get the knife off Tazazov, which I thought was quite strange. Because he knew he would stick the knife into him and he'd leave the knife. So he used that so he could get the knife. Or was I watching a different film, Swappers?
No, I reckon.
Is that feasible, or was I watching a different film? Probably.
I reckon it's feasible.
Yeah.
From my
'Cause he-
6-year-old memory, that sounds reasonably.
Yeah, he couldn't get the knife off him, so he guided it into his leg so he could get
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
then he stabbed it in his between his shoulder and neck. That's the wound from where he knifed himself,
Mm.
and obviously you can see the knife there, and he just passes away, doesn't he? Andy Mouse, I don't know. Those Russians they are tough, mate. And then he just walks away. And we're back at the beginning. Yeah, Franco, It would hit an artery, in the neck. It would. I think we're getting towards the end now, folks.
I'm sure you said that half an hour ago.
Very convenient how there's a veterinary place near.
Well, never go into battle without, checking on Google.
Okay, I know we're definitely approaching the end now. So, guys, in the chat, I think a mark out of 10 for John Wick, guys.
Yeah. What is the chat verdict?
So he sees a dog, doesn't he?
And then he said, I found Banshee again. Oh, no, that's earlier.
Yeah. I think I preferred the Beagle. Oh, that's just me.
Time profit 3 out of 10. 7.58. Yeah, I'd probably give it an 8, I think. Judging it on its merits as what it's supposed to be. I never like.
Here you go, Frankie, 7.5.
I think an 8 for me.
My mouse is playing up again. I need a new mouse. 3. Melvin solid 7.5. MC 8.
Looks like a bloodfest, but I haven't seen it, so 5 out of 10.
Tim, I like saying this. Hannah Bomb, fun 8. Outcast 8. M Duke 8. Yeah. 5 out of 10 from Franco. He's not seen it. Yeah.
Nothing looking for
Romeo 7. So he takes the dog. The first shot where his wife passed. Directed by Chad Stalinski.
That's the man. Brandon Lee's body double.
Keanu Reeves, good guy. Everybody loves him. Top man. John Wick.
Yeah, I think it was great that he came back and did the third Bill and Ted movie as well.
That could have been a lot worse than it was.
It was all right. It was,
Andy Mouse, 9.
It's all right.
Dark Side, 7 Woks. John Zed, 9.
Franco, crap actor. See, I think that's a bit harsh. I think Keanu has settled into a comfortable niche.
Yeah.
Over the years, I don't think it's.
But is it
crap?
Is a good egg.
Yeah, he's clearly a good person. Limited range, but very good at what he can do.
Right then, panel. As I always say, a sentence, possibly a paragraph, and then a mark out of 10, and then we will bid our farewells. So, swappers, what do you think then? To sum up.
Yeah, I can remember when I originally saw it. I gave it must have been around sort of 7.5. The movie breezed by really quickly because I was enjoying it so much, and there weren't too many other movies around like it at the time, so it was kind of refreshing, and I really enjoyed it. So I still hold it in high regard. So yeah, definitely solid 7.5.
Lance.
Fun, does what it says on the tin. Don't have to think too much, and enjoyable. However many minutes of the running time. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Well, I'd watch it again.
And Ian.
Yeah, 7 out of 10. Enjoyable, fun. That's all I can say.
This was the second time I've properly watched it. I enjoyed it, even though I was stopping and starting. It looked great. Gun action, very good. Keanu, just being Keanu. 7.5, possibly, out of 10. Yeah, so made even 2014 just seems like a million years away. But anyway, okay, I think that is it, folks. I would say have a look at the community page for next week's choice, but I've not made my mind up yet. Possibly we might just do Nobody anyway as a nice follow up to this. I'm
I'm
thinking
going to be in
about it.
Scotland next weekend.
I'm
otherwise
thinking
I'll
about
be here.
Nobody. So if you don't see a poll in the community, it's probably going to be Nobody then. That's it, boys and girls in the chat. Thank you for sticking with us this long. Always the same faces, always the same people. Great interaction as usual, boys and girls.
And
I
Mr.
always
B,
say-
congratulations on getting monetized, and thank you very much for the invitation today.
You're welcome, my friend. So, chat, you are wonderful. As I always say, we are nothing without you guys. So, we will be back tomorrow. Lord Cord and the boys will be back for that one. So, I will thank the guests. Swappers, cheers, pal.
Thank you, sir. Thanks to the panel and the chat. It's been fun. Thank you very much.
Lance, good to have you on, mate. Finally.
Yeah, representing the Outcast Creative. Pleasure to be here. Gladly come back when I'm around, and hope to do so.
Cheers, Lance. And last but by no means least, the wise elder of the channel, the mega geek himself, Mr. Ian David Diaz.
No worries, guys. No worries.
I think that's it, folks. We're back tomorrow. Platoon and his crew will be chewing the fat of the week. So I think that is it. So if we don't see you tomorrow, enjoy your Sunday and enjoy the rest of the week. We are out of here. 3 hours 6 minutes, 3 hours 7 minutes. I consider that a result considering the amount of slides. So take care, everybody. We will see you soon.